Hello. There's so many people here. Hi. Hello. Hopefully the music is a good volume. Tell me if it's too loud or too quiet. I'm here. Have doll. Have hands. Wow, look at these hands. I painted my nails to match my gloves this time. Ooh. We have 3 dolls to open today. They're the 3 that were in the thumbnail. Surprising, I know, that's crazy. How is everybody doing today? I saw chatter about the disagreement of this being the morning. Listen, it is 11 a.m. for PST, so it's morning for PST, and 2 p.m. is morning if you sleep in a lot in EST. The music is a good volume. Good. I need to put the chat on this monitor so I can see better. Much less EP today. Yeah, well, I have caffeination, so that'll help. Caffeination. That helps with being EP. I can't drink caffeination before bed or I'll never sleep, but it's morning now, so I can drink it. The music for today is credited in the description. If this one doesn't get me yelled at by YouTube, we'll keep reusing it, because the one I've been using started getting me yelled at. It said it was royalty free, but I don't know, I keep having issues with it, so we're trying a new one. It is always morning somewhere. It's when you wake up, it's morning. When you go to bed, it's night. Yes, I agree. Always more caffeination. More caffeination is the way to go. What do you mean you found the Lunchables lore? The Lunchables lore has been here. Oh, I see. I see now. I can read chat. Yes, you have learned how to unsay so Lunchables. It's an important knowledge to have. No, it did not go the other way. We have a doll today. We have many dolls, as I have said. I collect dolls. That is one of the off-stream hobbies that I do, but I guess is now on-stream because I am on-stream opening them. So, fun fact, as I put in the title, that they are MGA dolls. Most people know Mattel as the big toy company, and Mattel makes, like, Barbies, and a lot of the Disney dolls, and, like, Hot Wheels, a lot of your big toys. But they do have a big competitor, and the big competitor is named MGA. Their logo, let's see, can I get this on the camera? It's a little upside down, maybe, but their logo looks like that. And they make a lot of dolls that I really like. This line specifically, Rainbow High, are really good because they're one of the few, like, readily available Playline dolls in the US you can get that actually have the inset eyes, where it's, like, the separate, I think it's plastic and not glass, but, like, the separate shiny plastic piece inside of the head instead of the eyes just being painted on. Here, I can compare it to this one that I have right here. Let's hope that doesn't screw up the camera. Please stop getting your foot caught. This one is a Mattel doll that has the painted eyes. See, it's all one eye. She's a little dusty. I need to dust her, but now let's see if I can get her back without pulling the camera down. She was behind the cord. She lives there. That's her little feet that you see. She lives there. She sits up on this the tissue box on my desk. But you like my nails? Thank you, thank you. I put a lot of work into painting them. They're not perfect, but they match and it's cute. Yeah. So what Clipsy is talking about with the IOY dolls, or I Love Yous, they're technically called Disney I Love You Forever is their full name, but they're often abbreviated to just IOY. They are a Disney themed doll, which I have one right here. She dropped her purse, hang on a second. They're a Disney themed doll, so like this one is themed after Tangled. She has the little chameleon purse. These shorts did not come with her. I put these shorts on her. She actually came with the pants that the other doll I just showed was wearing, and these shorts came with that doll. I switched their pants. But they have painted eyes now, and they used to have inset eyes like these. I don't have any of the inset eye ones, because I have yet to find one. Which does make me sad, because I liked the inset eye ones. They were very cool. But they're a lot harder to find, because they stopped doing it a while ago. Alright, now let's see if I can put her back without knocking my whole desk over. I have a lot of dolls on my desk. I just live like this. You're not allowed to get your nails painted? No, that's so sad. I think everybody should be allowed to get their nails painted. Male, female, everything in between. Nails being painted should not be a gendered thing. It just makes your nails look nicer and prettier. Yes, the IOYs are indeed made by Jax, which Jax is like the third company. They make mostly those. That's the big one that they make. They also recently got a deal with Hololive, but they have yet to actually reveal what any of the Hololive toys they're making are. We just know that it's going to be E and Myth. So I'm really hoping that it means that we're gonna get dolls. I would love dolls of Myth. It's not too girly. I see so many mask-presenting people on the internet with their nails painted like black or a dark green, and it looks good. I don't think it's too girly. Arashi got caught with painted nails and got the mom look. Hey, you know what? We'll take the mom look over saying something mean. I agree, you should paint yours again. I am a full supporter of everyone should paint their nails. Oh, I should talk more about this doll before I just rip into the box probably. You can get sweaters and hoodies from the girls section, but not anything else. I mean, hey, we'll take that. We'll take that. They have some cute sweaters and hoodies over there. So this doll, this Rainbow High, is specifically from the Sparkle and Shine brand, which is a whole line where their legs are made to be like lava lamps. So they have like lava lamp in them. It'll be easier to see when I get her out of the box. I also find this kind of interesting that the Only at Target label is a sticker that is stuck on the box afterwards, which to me says that they weren't originally supposed to only be at Target and then later they became a Target exclusive, which I find kind of strange. But I also wonder if the reason it's a sticker is so that they can peel it off if they didn't sell and they sent them to some kind of discount store like Ross or Ollie's or something. But the reason I have two of these specifically today is, first of all, these were my favorite two from this line. But second of all, this line is starting to go away. like, Rainbow High as a whole is getting, like, discontinued, is no more. The ones that are out right now are the last ones they're ever gonna make, at least for the foreseeable future. It's done. So I wanted to make sure I got the last two that I wanted from the store new before it became impossible to find them online because everything's gonna be really expensive. All of the prices are getting jacked up by the fact that they aren't gonna exist anymore. It's kind of crazy. They were never properly stocked there. That is upsetting, but unfortunately not surprising given the fact that, like I was saying, they're kind of getting rid of the line. I don't think they made as many of these as they did some of the other ones. I have many tools to help with opening these today, because you'll see it's crazy the amount of tape and crap they have in these. So we have this box cutter knife. This has a tape splitter, but then also it can pop out and cut cardboard. We also have scissors, which will be good for getting into some smaller places. And also I have nail clippers. And you may be like, how the heck are nail clippers gonna help you with opening a box? Or opening a box? Well, they don't help with opening the box. What they help with is the stupid little ties on the dolls that are, like, really close to them. It helps with being able to cut those without cutting the doll. You'll see. You blame the fall of Rainbow High on the Poppy erasure? Now that's something I can get behind. They got rid of my orange girl, who I love so very much. And then the line started declining. Yeah, they did cut a lot of their characters. It was very strange. They had such a good line of core characters that were, like, each different color of the rainbow, because, you know, it's Rainbow High. And then they kept adding new characters, which is fine. But then, as they started going back and making lines of the original ones, they started not including all of them. And it's like, why are you... It's not a rainbow if you don't include them. Like, the orange one, Poppy, they stopped including her in a lot of them. And she had a monarch butterfly theme, which was so cool. I have every Poppy doll that has ever existed because she is my favorite character. And I love her. And I love the monarch butterfly theme. And it made me upset that they stopped including her. But, like, she was the first one that they cut out. And then they started cutting out other characters too, and we'd have lines of characters that were only like 4 of the original characters, and it's like, that's not a rainbow. And also one of them would be pink, and it's like, pink isn't even one of the colors of the rainbow. It was like every line was be like, here is pink and blue and rainbow. Like, they have one doll who is a Maya, and she just is rainbow. And then at one point, they also decided to just make a new rainbow doll that has darker skin, and her name is Iris. And then they kind of just stopped including the other darker skin dolls they had and stuff, and were just like, this one that handles all of it. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, because you used to have a lot of different varieties of skin tone. This line, as you can see, has a lot of different varieties of skin tone. Here, put it this way so you can see all of them. And, like, I love that. This line, I feel like, very much was them trying to go back to their roots as a last-ditch effort. But like Clipsy said, they didn't make enough of them, so they were hard for people to get, so it didn't actually save the line the way it was supposed to. Oh, she fell over. Oh man, we hate our audience. Let's make dolls they won't buy. People stop buying their dolls. Why would our audience kill our doll line like this? Literally. Like, that was the other thing, is that part of the thing that Rainbow High was praised for is the high detail and quality work in their, like, clothing and accessories. And for a while, they were making dolls that were just, like, here, have a singular dress and then a bunch of stuff to make slime with it. And it's like, that's not what people wanted. They threw away their adult and teenage collector base to try and win more children over, and it didn't work. That's the real reason Rainbow High failed. Alright, let's get this baby out of here. Why are you stuck? Ah. You see? She's stuck because of the handle. This is a thing that always happens with these dolls. The way they put the handle in here gets stuck when you try to pull the cardboard piece out. They're such a pain to open. There we go. We got her past the handle. She has been freed from our outer box. Don't want to be a hater, but it sucks whenever dolls create a specific image of what they should look like. Hard agree. Hard agree. I like it when dolls have diversity and a lot of different, like, looks both to the characters themselves and aesthetically, like, different types of style and outfits. I am a big supporter of dolls of all different types and colors. One of my favorite lines, actually, is Shadow High, which also is made by these same people. It's like a sister line to Rainbow High, which I still don't know if Shadow High is dying with Rainbow High or not, because they just made some collector dolls recently, so maybe they're keeping it around and trying to make it more collector-focused. Unsure. But Shadow High's whole thing is a more whimsical alt theme, and they're very unrealistic in a good way. Like, it's like, this is not a beauty standard because this is physically not possible, and it's kind of cool. Like, so this one I have here, she's not wearing her original outfit, I put her in a different outfit, but, like, this is a Shadow High doll where she is straight up blue like an alien, and I love it. I love that for her. She's so whimsy. And, I mean, personally, I think the outfit that I have her in is peak and better than her original outfit, because it's so whimsy. But her original outfit was very computer core, and she had, like, a skirt made out of CDs. It actually is pretty cool. I have it somewhere. But that is not within immediate reaching distance. Yeah, they're all monochrome of a specific color, and, like, including their skin and hair is monochrome, and I think it's cool and unique. I also miss when Shadow Highs had more than just the budget dolls. True facts. So this is my gal Dawn here. She's from Slime Leg Adventure Line. She is the one I wanted the most when I saw them announce the slime, because, like, the fact that her legs have the orange in them, but then she also has pink in her clothes, and her hair is like this neon, I would call it neon flamingo. Like, it shows up a little more orange on camera, but it's very, like, flamingo colored, and her lips are more in the orange direction. But the pink and orange together means she is, like, the perfect intersection between pink and orange for the display I want to make, which is, I want to have a sunset doll display. I want it to start at, like, the yellows and then fade into the oranges and into the pinks and then into the purples like a sunset. And she's the perfect one to have in the middle between the pink and the orange. So we need our tools now to free her from this prison. She does have orange eyeshadow as well, and it's very cool. Because it's like a stencil. They put down like a star-shaped stencil and then airbrush over it. She's very cool. She's 10 out of 10. Extremely cool. Now this is where the nail clippers come in that I was talking about. Because this little piece here of plastic is gonna be like impossible to get to without risking cutting her shirt. So you put the edge of the nail clippers under so you can pull it away from the shirt. And then you can clip it with the nail clippers. It'll come in handy with the ones on her hair too, and the ones on her feet. There's so many. Sometimes it is also easier to unattach this plastic bit from the cardboard. But as you can see here, they have taped the crap out of this. That's a lot of tape. She is a very nice printing. So, that's another thing. If you're a doll collector like me, you might be insane. I will sit there on the doll aisle of a Target or a Walmart or a Ross or wherever I'm at getting this doll for sometimes up to 30 minutes, comparing every single doll to each other to find the one that has the best face printing. Oh, I am wearing gloves. They're little fingerless gloves. I have, quote, identifiable things on my hand that I need to cover. So I'm wearing little gloves to cover them. It's Pokemon cards with centering, yes. That is a very good way to look at it. I have freed the plastic that has all of her accessories. That is not the plastic that has her attached to it. We're gonna put the accessories to the side for a second, and we're gonna try and get her out. That's a lot of tape. Thank you. I really like these gloves. I bought them from BB Pins on Twitter. She is a independent artist, small business who designs her own patterns for all of her. It's technically disability wear. These are technically compression gloves, but they also work great for the purpose of hiding things on my hands. But yeah, I really like her and all of her stuff. She does, like, the compression gloves, compression leg sleeves, leg braces. I think she even has canes now. Like, she does the patterns for them herself. Like, she makes the art. It's very cool. She has a lot of space-themed stuff and a lot of different Pride Flag-themed stuff. And I think she also recently did a, like, frog-themed one. Some of this tape has started peeling my nail polish off. I should have expected that would happen. Finding a slime sunny you liked was a journey because you were very picky about the sparkle amount and placement. Yes. With those, yes. Because they just put a smattering of... Oh! I hit the camera. They just put a smattering of sparkles all over their faces. So trying to find ones that didn't have the sparkles in a weird spot that make them just look sweaty was interesting. You wanna get arm warmers? You should totally be able to get arm warmers now. Arm warmers aren't gendered. I agree. Being old enough to move out and do your own thing is legit. I have freed her from the box, but fun fact, the box is designed to look like her room. That's very cute. Ah, the days of actual designed box art before they started using AI for it. Huh. I hate that so many of the doll companies are now using AI for the box art because it was someone's job to draw this, and they did a good job. And I can't believe they're getting rid of that now. We have freed her from that. She is still attached to this plastic, though. And this is, in my opinion, one of the worst pieces of packaging for these dolls. They put this plastic around their wrist that is almost like molded to their wrist. I don't even know how they get it on. But a lot of times, like, I know it's meant to hold them up because they always pose them like they're waving, but a lot of times it ends up cutting into the doll's wrist and making a little bit of a, like, indent. This one has one, so I'll show you when I get it out. The best way to do these, though, is with the scissors, because this plastic is thick. The nail cutters are not going to cut through that. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of companies are going all in on AI for the doll box art. Mattel is doing it, MGA is doing it. As far as I know, Jax, the ones that make the Disney IOI, I think they're like the only company that's not using AI for their stuff at this point. So, this doll is one of the last MGA dolls to be designed with no help from AI, which is sad. There you go, I got that stupid plastic off. You can see what I mean, it's thick. It's a thick piece of plastic. Got my trash can under here. And yeah, you can see it kind of, maybe you can see it. It kind of left a little dent on her arm. You used to play with your sister's dolls when your mom went to work. That's understandable. That's a mood. There are plenty of mask-presenting doll collectors in the doll collecting server that I'm in, so don't feel bad for that. It's great. Dolls are great. Yeah, Jax is spelled Jakks, and it's the third big doll company. Those are kind of the big three, are Jax, Mattel, and MGA. So, I think the next way to attack this one is we go to the back of the plastic here. And you can see all of these little tabbies, and this is where our nail clippers are going to come in real handy. I have no idea where that flew to, but these stupid things that they always put in the back of their head, the nail clippers is the best way to do that. So that you're not cutting their hair on accident. And then there's gonna be 8 million more of them, so we kind of just go through and clip them off. There we go. For these ones, they're a band that goes around, so you only have to clip one of the two. There we go. She no longer has dolls. That is incredibly sad. I mean, I know some people think that you grow out of dolls. It's shocking coming from the person sitting here opening dolls on camera right now. I don't think that that's true. I don't think people outgrow anything. I think as long as something still brings you joy, you can still participate in it. I have no shame participating in and enjoying things that are typically seen as, quote, for kids. Alright, this one is being incredibly stubborn. It seems like it's tangled up in her hair a bit. Let me see if the other side of it's easier. There we go. Half of your local ball joint doll community is masked. Yeah, that sounds about right. the ball jointed doll community often overlaps with the anime community because there are a lot of good Asian ball joint doll companies and artists, and also they do a lot of anime collabs. I genuinely feel like these are almost sort of meant to give the ball joint doll experience in America, but they don't quite get there because they're not, like, despite having the inset eyes and the quality clothes and accessories, they're not quite ball joint dolls. Their posing is still different with the way that it works. I think these ones are going to be easier to get from the front. So I don't want to tug on them too hard. I don't want to put dents in her legs. All she does is Snapchat now. That's a choice. Well, listen, when you do get to a point where you're able to get your own dolls, if there's any specific ones that she had that you liked and you want to re-find, I can always help you re-find them. Sometimes the hunt is half of the fun, especially with the older dolls. It's really fun to go out with a specific older doll in mind that you want and hunt it down. Where is she still connected? Oh, her sleeve. I missed this. There's one more little tie back here. Oh, this one's gonna be really hard to get to from the back end because it's like in an indent. Maybe this is gonna be easier. I don't want to cut her sleeve. Think? This one may be a job for being very careful with the scissors. I don't know. Well, I think I can get in here with this. There we go. We have freed her from her plastic prison. Yeah, I love helping people find the dolls that they want, so I'm always glad to help with that. I just had a realization, and that realization is that I never put my Discord on mute, so you probably heard that. Oops. Alright, it is muted now. She's free! You definitely feel like MGA is trying to give the ball-jointed doll experience considering how Mirror Me look as well. Yes. Mirror Me are the new MGA dolls that I think are essentially replacing Rainbow High. They look very cool. I don't have one to open today because I have yet to find one. They are doing so well that they are selling out immediately everywhere, and I have yet to see one in person. Get notified. Yeah, I know it. I know it was you. You do this to me every time. We love it when playful mods remind you that you didn't mute your Discord by messaging you. She is free. So now that she is free, we can get a much better look at her beautiful makeup. I think that the stencil effect on the eyeshadow is honestly perfect. I like her airbrushed brows. Her orange lips. I'm just in general a big fan of orange makeup. IRL, I wear a lot of orange blush and like coral colored lips like this. It just looks good on me. I like it. You've seen one Mirror Man person, and it was not the one you wanted, waiting for restocks. Which one did you see? Was it the one I wanted? Another thing that is an experience with doll opening. Man, her hair really shows up so brightly on the camera. That's kind of crazy how neon it is. I don't know if it's showing up that way on everyone else's monitor, but on my monitor, it is, like, crazy bright. It's a lot of times to hold the doll hairstyles in so they stay looking nice in the box. Their hair is not going to be as pretty, smooth, and nice to feel out of the box as you want it to be. It's gonna be hard and gluey and be full of glue. Because doll hair is plastic. It's not made out of real hair fibers. It's all technically types of plastic. So a lot of times they just use glue as hair gel. Like actual straight up just clear dry school glue. And it's a texture for sure, having that hair gel glued hair. So usually after I free my dolls, the next step is stripping them down so I don't get their clothes all wet, and washing their hair to get all the glue out. I don't have a way to do that on camera, so that's all gonna have to happen off camera. Sometimes though, certain dolls, for example, like the one I showed earlier, I will leave some of the glue in. So like this one, because she has these very specific bangs, I left the glue in to keep her bangs where they're supposed to be, because with really short bangs like this, if you wash the glue out, a lot of times they will just frizz up and fluff up and look horrible, and it is a pain and a half to try to get them back how they're supposed to be without any sort of glue or gel in them. 1 million doll hairs, exactly. The one who looks like chocolate. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's not the one I wanted, so we're good. I wanted the one with the cloud theme, with the purple outfit. Hello, we're opening doll. I have opened one doll. She has 1 million doll hairs. And her hairs are very, very bright. But, what was I saying? I was talking about hair. Yes. But, something that you can do, which I want to try and record a video of at some point to show people. It'll be really hard to stream, but I think I could get a video recording of it at some point, is to style doll hair without using glue or gel in it, because it is plastic. It does take to heat molding. Because, you know, like with plastic, you can heat it up and put it in a mold and mold it. You have to be very careful so you don't melt it together and, like, actually mess it up. But what you do is you use hot water to wash the doll's hair, get all the glue out, and have the hair be warm. And then, if you're wanting it to be straight, you put, like, clear plastic or rubber bands. Well, rubber bands often will leave a dent, so usually you want some kind of clear plastic tight on the doll, holding the hair down straight. Or if you want curls, you'll take the hair and you'll wrap it around like a straw or something. Like I have this blending tool for art. You could use something like that. But you'll wrap it around. Find a piece that isn't super full of glue. You'll wrap it around and then use a rubber band or a clip to hold it at the end. And you'll leave it like, oh, you can't see, I'm behind the model. So you'll wrap it around while it's remember, it's wet with hot water. You'll wrap it around, clip it down like that. So if you want it curled around something, straight, held down with tight plastic wrap. And then you put them in the freezer. It sounds crazy because you're like, why would I freeze my doll? But the going from the hot temperature of the hot water, making the plastic more malleable, to the freezer, like, quick cools it and molds it in that shape so that it will stay that way. I have an example. I can show you an example. I have to scoot back a second to grab it. This one is a work in progress that I've been working on. She is going to eventually look like me. But I did this with her hair. So you can see she has very straight hair on the ponytail. This is how her hair was textured originally. But I did the wrapping it around and putting her in the freezer technique for this big curl in the front. I did this big, well, there's two of them technically. I did these big curls in the front here 3 years ago, and they are still curled like this. All I did was have warm, wet hair wrapped around a straw and put her in the freezer. Her hair does look like Twilight Sparkles. It's very pretty. I like her a lot. But the intent with her, this is why I have this part clipped down here, is I'm eventually going to be cutting her bangs to look like my bangs. And then cutting the rest of her hair shorter like mine, and she's going to attempt to be a me doll. As you see, I have the shorts already. The shorts are good. These are my purple shorts and my fishnet tights. And then this here behind her is going to be her tail. It is wrapped around her waist to hold it on, and I have clay, and I'm gonna mold the clay around it and paint it black to make the tail. So we're slowly working on turning this doll into me. I also had intended to change the color of her eyes so that they're actually blue and not the purple blue. But I'm having trouble finding the doll that I need to steal the eyes from. Which, if you're not a doll collector, probably is a crazy statement, stealing the eyes from a doll. But that is genuinely a thing that will happen, especially with these dolls that have the inset eyes like these. Let me find you an example here. So I have, for example, I have this boy doll who has no eyes because I've stolen his eyes to put inside of another boy doll, and I'm intending to put another boy doll's eyes in his eyes, and that's how you change their eye color. The crazy things that doll collectors do. I had a bag of eyes somewhere. It might be. I'm not exactly sure where it is at the moment, but yeah. Doll collectors' workshops look like insanity. This styling is pretty. Thank you. I put her away already. Sorry, but thank you. We just watch the VTuber slowly get replaced by a doll every stream. That would be cool if I could find a way to actually record something with the doll as me. I feel like the two ways of doing that would be either A, rigging a photo of the doll, or B, doing stop motion, but the mouth wouldn't move. So I'd still kind of have to rig it. It feels like lobotomization? Kinda. The answer is kind of. Being a doll customizer means you always have some kind of horror scene around your home, looks at your hairless son staring at you on the table. Genuinely, yeah. That is exactly what it means. Drinking some more caffeination. Like, what do you mean next to my desk I have a boy without eyes and a bunch of random tools to cut and mold things? What does that mean? What could I possibly be doing? And do I have another boy in here without eyes? Yeah, I have another boy in here without eyes too. This is why I said I had a pile of eyes somewhere, is because this boy and the other boy, I'm switching their eyes. Because I wanted him to have brown eyes, and I wanted him to have blue eyes. He looks so good with blue eyes. I've seen other people do it, and it's really good. Just trust, it's gonna be good. But you have to leave the eyes out if you're going to do any sort of like painting of their face. It's often, if you've taken them out, a lot easier to do that, especially if you're painting around the eyes, so that you don't get it on the plastic eye chips, because it's really hard to wash them out. I am streaming from my doll torture station. Yes, that is basically what it is. I don't rip the eyes out of only boys. I'm also doing it for girls. It's how you change their eye colors. Because, like, so many of them, like, if I'm trying to make a custom of a specific person, like, you have to change their eye colors. Specifically, this one is meant to be inspired, well, when I make him. Look at his little fade on the side, by the way. I love his little fade on the side. He's going to be inspired by Lil Nas X, specifically in, like, the He Knows video and, like, Star Walkin', and he has blue contacts in those videos, so I wanted him to have the blue eyes, which is why I took his eyes out to make them blue. You want dolls even more now? Understandable. It's so fun to just turn your doll into your craft. The satisfaction you'll feel when you're living your own life and can get the things you want will be worth the wait. Yes. 100% yes. I spent so much of my life not being able to do what I wanted, not being able to do what I wanted, not having my own space. I was one of those kids that had to share a room with my sister, and so everything in the room had to be, like, 50-50, so, like, she wanted the room to be yellow and I wanted the room to be pink, so we ended up with the top half of the room yellow and the bottom half pink, and it was, like, Easter colors, and so it's, like, and then, like, one half of it had her bed, and one half had my bed, and one half of the closet was mine, and the other half was hers, and so it's, like, every decoration that either of us picked had to match with the things the other one wanted, or it would look like a mess. Luckily, we both liked fairies, so we had some fairy theme, which kind of worked with the Easter colors, I guess. I don't know. Though it was weird. We had a very hard time compromising on stuff. Cause I would describe her as being a much more of a, like, what's the word I want to look for? Like, I guess, like, Hollister girl is the best way to describe it. Like, I don't know. She was very much, like, clean girl makeup-y kind of vibe. And I was here, like, I want everything to be whimsical and magical. And it was hard. And so now I have my own place, and I have my whole desk set up that is one giant pink L. My chair is pink and purple. My desk is covered in dolls. I have shelves of dolls. Like, my whole entire room is pink and purple the way I always wanted it to be. And it's great. I have a pink, purple, and little accents of my, like, greenish teal color. Just like my model. My model is the colors that I like, and my room is the colors that I like. My room colors are a bit more pastel, as you can tell by the desk, but yeah. You get to finally have what you want when you move out on your own, and it's great. The deconstruction of death and despair doesn't discriminate. Your wife has the decapitated head of her mini-me on a stick in a vice grip just on the shelf. That's gotta be terrifying. A miniature version of your wife's head in a vice grip on the shelf. That's kinda great, actually. You got sent to an all-boys school out of spite? No, that's sad. I'm so sorry. Room just morphs into pan flag when one of you likes blue. Yeah, if I had tried to incorporate blue, that is, yeah, what would have happened? You don't need to play Tamagotchi life to live the dream. True facts. Once you're an adult, Tamagotchi life living the dream becomes your life, except for you don't really control other people, but you control your me, at least. Yourself. Your own me. Oh yeah, since I'm sitting here petting her eyelashes, have I pointed out that these dolls also have real eyelashes? Well, they're not real human hair, but they're like... they're technically false eyelashes, but they're not painted on, which is very cool to me. Because not a lot of dolls do that. Oh, and her lava lamps. We did not fully assess her lava lampness. She's like a fidget toy and the doll in one. I agree. Hopefully someday for you too. You'll get there. I know you will. I believe. And you can see, like, her jacket has so much detail with the gold. The gold zipper. It's, like, actually textured. Her little decal says legend. And her little snow bunny on her shirt. That's very cute. Also, this is a skirt. It's like, it looks like a skirt, but it has shorts under it, which I find interesting. You don't see that too often on dolls. And she's got the little bunny here. She's very diva coded. I'm gonna take her jacket off for a second so I can show you her elbows. But this is what I was talking about, with them trying to give the ball joint doll experience, but not quite there yet. This is what their elbows look like. Where they're a joint, like a standard doll joint, but this part here can twist all the way around like a ball joint. So they are very poseable. Like, her arm can go anywhere it wants to go. And the shoulder is the same way. They can go fully around as well. In impossible ways that shoulders could not go in real life, but... So they have done a very good job with the arm posing. The ones that don't have lava lamp fidget toys inside of their legs also have those types of joints for their knees and thighs. But the lava lamp ones are just straight legs so that you can, you know, move them. Actually, I can show you, I can bring back my custom one and show you, maybe. She has tights on. This one doesn't have tights on, so I can show you this one. We'll bring back the alien girl to show you on the alien girl since she doesn't have tights. Here's what I was talking about with the legs. So they have these big, thick knee joints for the knees that bend the way an actual knee does. And then they also have a joint up here that lets you rotate the leg in and out the way someone can rotate a thigh. I don't know if there you can kind of see. BRB, you've been sent to do something. Yes, I do remember Fidgy Friends. I have one up in my closet. We may do a Fidgy Friend unboxing stream at some point in the future. So, this is another fact about me. I have a lot of dolls in my closet that I haven't unboxed yet. So, while these 3 that I'm unboxing today are the most recent 3 that I've bought, it is kind of a test run for how these streams go to see if I want to do more with the 8 million dolls that are up in my closet. to work on unboxing them so I can start actually properly displaying them and packing them. Because I unfortunately, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm in an apartment. I got a small room. I can't display all of them at once, so I have to pack them away when they're not on display, and I, like, rotate out which ones are on my shelf. And it is, what was I saying? I just forgot the words I was saying. Brain. I was talking about my shelf and storing them. Oh, right. For the dolls that you don't have on display, if you are storing them, I have found the best way to store them is to put them inside of a Ziploc bag to try to keep their hair from getting super messed up. And then also to put a little silica gel packet in them if you can. You can buy the silica gel packets for pretty cheap on Amazon, but you also can, like, just take them from other things you've bought that have them in there. But it helps to make sure you don't get any moisture or anything in that Ziploc with them. Especially if you live in a very moist climate like I do. Alien, yes, everyone seems to love her, Miss Alien. Nothing can beat Shadow High for you. It's truly sacred in the way other doll lines aren't. 100% agree. It does something very special that other doll lines just don't do. I can tell by your name that you are a fan of the Storm Twins. I love the Storm Twins. Their design is so adorable and so perfect. At some point I will do a stream where I unbox one of them that I have in the box up there, but they are on the other side of the room. I'm not doing that right now. We're not going digging for them at the moment. There will be future streams. But yeah, she's wearing Perla's outfit from the OMG dolls, and it just, I don't know, it works so well on her. The pink of the glasses from it matches her lipstick so perfectly. The only complaint I have about it is the shoes are a little bit too small. Like, they technically go on her, but they don't look quite right. But it's fine, because from the front, you really can't tell. I just hit my microphone with her. I am so sorry, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for coming to check it out. I'm glad it showed up in your notifications. I'm glad YouTube is actually showing it to people. That's good. It's okay for you to put your dolls in Ziplocs, but you say I can't keep my magic cards in Ziplocs. I see how it is. Listen, there's a difference because dolls are hard plastic and magic cards are flimsy cardboard that will easily get bent or damaged in a Ziploc. I agree. There hasn't been a doll product in stores that has compared since. The Mirror Me's are very good, but they still don't hit the same way Shadow High does. The monochromatic and of the dolls is so unique, and then the fact that they actually weren't afraid to go with more alternative fashions for them. I don't know. I love them. One of my personal favorites of the Shadow High dolls is Heather, because the concept of I don't know, like her black and white split dye and her being completely black and white, like that is such a bold choice for a doll to me, because you're so used to seeing dolls so bright and colorful that having one that's just completely black and white was such a bold choice, and I think it paid off. She looks really good. And then, of course, the Storm Twins, the fact that one of them has bubblegum in her mouth, I think is very cute, because I don't know if I've ever seen another doll with bubblegum in their mouth like that. Like, I genuinely don't think so. I think that is a pure innovator. The OMG feet are tiny. We have an OMG that we're gonna be opening in a little bit. I guess I could do that one next and then do the other Rainbow High after that. Maybe. That might happen. Magic cards in Ziploc is evil. No, no. They have boxes for magic cards. You put them in boxes. Boxes protect them better. You have 7 sets of Storm Twins and a second-hand Veronica that you rescued from Facebook. They're your perfect goth angels. Understandable. You love OG Heather, and new budget Heather doesn't do it for you. Agreed. New budget Heather doesn't do it for me. However, the collector Heather is gorgeous. I don't know if you've seen the holiday collector Heather that they had. She's gorgeous. Her and original Heather are the 2 best Heathers, in my opinion. You need to hunt down an OG Heather. Thinking emoji about the OG Heathers that I have, wondering if I want to give up one of them. You have Blaze Max from the Mirror Me line. She's beautiful and good quality, but every time I look at her, she reminds me of Mavuika from Genshin Impact with her fire theme. I don't play Genshin, so I am unsure about that part. But I could see it. The concept of them making a doll heavily inspired by a Genshin character that doesn't feel unlikely. Sometimes you run out of magic card boxes. Yeah. I don't know. Blaze is a very good one. She's definitely one of the ones. I don't know if there is a single one of the Miramis that I don't like, is the problem. Like, I have favorites, but like Suki, the one that is meant to look like the porcelain cup, I absolutely adore, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get her because she sells out everywhere. But I don't think the Mirror Me line has a bad doll. They're all extremely unique and extremely detailed, and it really reminds me of what the first wave of Rainbow High and the first wave of Shadow High was like, when they were just so unique and, I don't know, experimental. They did so many cool things with them that hadn't been done before. You love Blaze, you don't love the bubble skirt, but you love everything else. That's fair. I'm not opposed to the existence of bubble skirts, but I probably would put a different skirt on her and use that bubble skirt for someone else, because I feel like a black mini skirt maybe would go better with the sweater that she has. I really like that sweater a lot. It's a very good sweater. You have too many cards for your boxes. It sounds like it's time to get new boxes. We're freeing her accessories. You don't have magic cards, but your Pokemon cards are piled in a drawer. I mean, depending on what you mean by piled. If it's a neat enough pile, I'll accept this. If it's a very messy pile that could damage them, I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see, these headphones are attached in here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the clippers in that way. Maybe I can clip the outside. Yeah, I think we can clip the outside here. Well, maybe not. How am I supposed to get these out? This may end up being a job for the scissors just because I need to be able to get in this tinier area. There we go. Alright. This is why I have all 3 tools here. I had to use this to open the box, this to remove the things from the back of her head, and this to get the really tight, hard to get clips. We had to use all of them. Your favorite Mirami are Suki, Shy, and Blaze, but I will get Suki or I will burn the store to the ground for legal reasons. It's a joke. That's fair. The one, so my brain is struggling to let me remember all of their names right now, but Suki, I think, is the most unique one in my opinion. And I was very excited about her because of the fact that there had been a similar Shadow High doll in the Rainbow High TV series that we all thought they were gonna make, and then they didn't. So the fact that they didn't lose that concept and used it for Mirami makes me really happy. I can't remember the name of the other one, but there's one that has like a pink and purple cloud theme, and I also really like her outfit, and I can't remember her name right now, and that makes me feel bad. And then, yeah, Shy is also just incredible. Blaze is incredible. The chocolate strawberry one, whose name I also can't remember, looks very detailed and very cute. Her fashion is not my typical sense of fashion, but I have to say her detail is very good, and she's a good doll for people who like that kind of fashion. The cat one, who I also can't remember the name of, surprising, I know, because am cat, love cat. She's actually my least favorite of the entire line, because I feel like she has the least amount of detail and creativity in her, and kind of just looks like your standard e-girl cat. You know what I mean? I don't know. She doesn't feel as creative as the rest of the Mirami line. You're only missing Girls Night Heather and the Girls Night dolls from your Shadow High collection currently. Otherwise, you own at least one of every other Shadow High doll. Excellent. That's a good collection. That's a good Shadow High collection. I am missing all of the Girls Night ones as well. They were actually quite hard to find. You keep your trading cards in a binder, and most of them have plastic card covers. Thank you. You store them correctly. I approve of this message. Is the one I can't remember Luna? Yep. That would do it. That would be her name. Thank you. Yeah, there's 3 I can't remember. It's apparently Luna, and then the cat one and the chocolate strawberry one. Yeah, the cat one is just so generic. Yeah, Luna Sky. Luna Sky is the other one. Yes. I don't know why I forgot her name. It makes sense since she's cloud themed. I like her a lot, and the reason I want her specifically is because up on my desk here, I am again moving the dolls on my desk. I have Bearlinda, the Pixeling, and I have my absolute prized possession of a Slumber Party Mermaid shipped from the UK. These were very hard to get over here. And they both have the cloud theming, so I want to get her to display next to them and have, like, the cloud trio. Alright, can I get these back without destroying my entire setup? That is the question. Her tail kind of went under that, I think. And then she leaned against that box. And then she went right here. There we go. Alright, I have got them back without destroying the entire setup. You only put your favorites and rares in a binder with sleeves. I don't know if Bearlinda ever came over here either, now that I think about it. She was sent to me as a gift from someone in Canada, and I don't know if she actually did make it over here. Akiko Kiriyama and Amora Valentina. Thank you. Yes, those are the other 2. Yes, I think Akiko is the least detailed and inspired and doesn't really do it for me despite being a cat. Amora, I think, is a very good doll. It's just not my typical sense. I probably will get her at some point, but she's not on my, like, must-have first list. I want to point out, I know I've just been standing here holding these and talking about other things, but in Dawn's accessories, her little laptop has a dress-up game of Rosetta, which is one of the other Rainbow High dolls. She's one of the ones that had, she had legs like this with glitter in it instead of the lava lamp, so she's from the same line of, hey, we're doing sensory play toys inside of a doll. And I think it's adorable that they have her playing a dress-up game of her. I just think that's cute. I love it when they do little Easter egg callbacks to other dolls. Like, there's another one I have, Zoe, who's wearing a shirt, actually, for a completely other doll line from MGA that doesn't even exist anymore. She's on the other side of the room, otherwise I would get her and show you, but I don't know. I just love it when they do little callbacks to other dolls like that. Oh dear, not hinges. That's true. I did tell my story last night about all of the DSs I have broke with all of their hinges. Don't worry, I won't bring this downstairs. There's no stairs inside my apartment, and I have no reason to bring her little laptop outside of the apartment. That is unless I move. Watch, I'll move and then somehow break this down the stairs when I move. That would be crazy. Best not leave my apartment with it, or at least not the stairs. Yeah, for real. You feel like Rainbow High laptops are some of the better doll laptops you've seen. I agree. They actually put some thought into what they put on the screen, and the keyboard actually looks like a keyboard. I also appreciate that she has a little tiny gaming mouse that also has the bunny on it, like her jacket. A lot of people said that she seemed like she was kind of supposed to be diva-coded, and I kind of agree with that. I like this little headset. They even put buttons on the headset. Oh, it's not focusing. Like, these are actual buttons. I could see this being, like, a volume up, volume down, like, turn off and on, connect kind of deal. And she's got a backpack. Very gorgeous backpack. I like it. It's very, like, fairy coded. And also, it has a small opening in it. I have to see. Does the laptop fit in the backpack? I don't think it does. And I think that's a missed opportunity. I think they should have made the opening of this backpack big enough for the laptop to fit. That's a missed opportunity. Like, the mouse will fit, but that's it. And even then, if I put it in there, it's gonna be real hard to get out of there. I think they should have made the backpack opening big enough for the laptop. That's my only gripe I have so far. Like, I know it would still stick out the top, but if the hole was big enough, it could, like, it could still stick into, like, here. You know? Can she wear the backpack? That's another important question. Because doll backpacks are actually kind of a hard thing to do, usually. Because dolls can't move their arms quite the way a normal person does. They're still kind of stiff. So it's hard to get a backpack that actually can go on and look natural while it's on. But it seems like they did a pretty good job, yeah. She can wear the backpack and it doesn't look super atrocious from the front on her. Yeah, no, she can wear the backpack quite well. I like that a lot. I just imagine though, if she was wearing the backpack and it had the laptop sticking out of the top. I mean, I guess it probably would get in the way of moving her head, but just like, I'm gonna see if I can tuck it under the backpack to show what it would look like. Yeah, so like, imagine that's inside of the backpack hole instead of tucked under. I don't know, I think it would look cute. But yeah, overall, I really like her. She's very pretty. Her legs are very cool. I like the lava lamp stem. I was worried she was going to be broken because I have heard a lot of people complain that their lava lamp leg dolls had a crack in them and were leaking everywhere. And since these were some of the last ones left at the store before they got rid of them, I was worried that they were going to be broken, but it seems like she's okay. She doesn't seem to be leaking everywhere. The Rainbow High backpacks, the Rainbow and High Junior High dolls had real fabric backpacks before the revamp. It's true, they did. I love their little fabric backpacks. I miss them. I miss Rainbow High before they decided that they needed to do things to make their dolls not cost as much to make. It's interesting because I thought it was just like a company-wide strategy they were doing. But then the Mirror Me comes out and the Mirror Me's are incredibly detailed again, just like the original Rainbow High. So I guess either they realized that they needed to up the quality or this is just how they work. The first dolls are always really good and then they slowly downgrade the quality until the line dies. I don't know. Zoe's Novi Stars references are your favorite thing. Yes, they're so good. Why are you sleepy? It's 8:30. Oh no, that's so early. I blame it on the music. The background music I have going is kind of EP coded. I appreciate that even though they didn't give her earrings because she's intended to wear the headphones, they still gave her earring holes so that if you want to restyle her with earrings, you can. Let's see, how do the headphones fit? They actually go over her ears? I mean, that one's definitely over that ear. This one... There we go. I mean, yeah, they actually go over her ears. Her ears do fit in the holes in them. And the microphone is approximately where a microphone is supposed to be. They did a good job. She looks very cute with everything. She is a little gamer girl. She is gaming on her game. Here, open that up. And then the mouse has a little hook so she can hold it, but... Oh, it hooks to her pinky. I see, okay. I mean, yeah, if it hooks to her pinky like that, I don't know why she's got her middle finger where it is, but it does put her thumb where it would need to be to click. She's a gamer now. She gaming. Yeah, the mouse isn't the most natural thing, but overall, pretty solid. The accessories work pretty well. The Mirror Me dolls also fit LOL, OMG, and Bratz clothes very well. That is incredibly useful information. Because I like a lot of Bratz clothes. I am not the hugest fan of the Bratz dolls, and it's specifically because of the way that their shoes work. I'm not a fan of the way that the shoes are the feet, because it makes it hard to switch shoes for dolls that have different skin tones if they're like sandals. I'm not the hugest fan of that. Also, not being able to be barefoot also kind of bothers me unless you have like the specific bare feet for them. I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of the Bratz dolls, but they have some with really cute clothes. I own one single Bratz doll, and I own her because I loved her outfit. And she has stayed in her box because I don't know what to do with her because she doesn't have real feet. Alright, now that we have opened her, it is time for the next one. Oh. We have one more of the lava lamp legs, and we also have an OMG doll. Where are we at on time also is a good question. Okay, it's 3:30. That's not terrible. Where am I gonna put you so I have space to open things? Where would you like to sit? You're gonna sit down there on this box. With your little laptop. Alright. Next, we're going to open this one. This is another one of the lava lamp girls. I got her specifically because I actually love her fashion. The other one, I was like her makeup, her hair color. I'm into the pink, the bright pink, and the kind of orange. This one, I think her outfit is so cool and unique. It's very like Y2K in a good way. Because of the fact that her lava lamp legs have blue in them, and the way her outfit has a lot of the, like, white and chrome, I really think she's going to customize beautifully into a Fruitiger Arrow doll. I'm just, like, thinking about it here. Like, she's got the blue bubbles in her legs. We keep the bodysuit and the skirt. We change her jacket, potentially. Or just don't have it on. We'll see what the top of the bodysuit looks like when I open her up. But we change her shoes to one of the slime doll shoes that have the clear in the bottoms of them where you're supposed to put the slime. But instead of putting the slime, we put little fish charms. So she gets little fish in her shoes to go with the blue. And I think honestly we change her jacket to a blue jacket of some sort that kind of matches with it. If we can make her a blue jacket with some of the fish theming on it too, that could be peak. Put some little fish charms up in her hair. Like, I feel like this idea cooks. I feel like this idea cooks real hard. Whitney is the one you wanted. Understandable, because she is so good. Her clothes are so good. Alright, we start with the box cutter to cut the tape open on the sides. I also feel like she comes with more accessories than the other one, but I'm not sure. You only got Misty from this line so far. That's fair. Misty is also really good, and I probably would have got her had I had the opportunity to. Whitney and Dawn were the only two left at my store when they started putting them on clearance after they announced that after it was found out, I guess. I don't know if they ever officially announced it, but it was figured out that Rainbow High was canceled and was no more. You just want her cat? Yeah, that's fair. Her cat is very good. But yeah, Misty is, see if I can get her on the camera. Misty is also very good. She also has like the more of a teal blue, and her outfit is kind of goth, but kind of preppy at the same time. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's very good. I definitely would like to get her at some point if I have the opportunity to. There's her. There she is. It's been opened. She has a comb over here. Did the other one have a comb in that part that I missed? Oh my god, she did. I somehow missed that the comb was there. I literally even showed off the box and everything and somehow missed that she came with a comb. Silly me. I must not have had enough caffeine yet at that point. There we go. We got her comb out. Alright. Put that with her. So, I think just like the other one, the best course of action is going to be getting all this tape out first. And ruining all of my nail polish in the process. You'll be back, you have to go make coffee. Coffee at 8 p.m., that's a bold choice, but an understandable one. If I don't have work the next day, I would totally do the same thing. If I was trying to do something I wanted to do but feeling sleepy, I'd be like, alright, we're having coffee now. There we go. Honestly, I feel like this is going well enough from the tech standpoint. That was really what I was worried about, was the tech standpoint. I was like, is it gonna be bad that I don't have a ton of room for this? Is my camera gonna keep disconnecting all the time? Because in order to use my model tracking on the good camera, I have to use an older, not as good camera for the Handcam, which loves to disconnect itself. That was part of why I replaced it and stopped using it for my model to begin with. But I was like, well, I could get rid of it, or I could keep it and start doing Handcam stuff, so I did that. I was worried it was gonna disconnect a lot for this, but it's not. So I think it must have just had an issue with disconnecting from the model program, and this program it's communicating okay with. And the cable's playing nice. Earlier it wasn't. The cable was not playing nice at all, and I was getting scared, but I managed to get it in a position where it wanted to play nice. But yeah, so since this is going well, I probably will do more of these, and I might do, since I have some up in my closet with the intention of unboxing that I just haven't yet, I might do like an ode to Shadow High and just unbox some of the coolest Shadow Highs that I still have up in the box. Look at those Say-So gloves. They're very nice and pretty. They have little stars. And they match my nails. Also welcome. And they show my fingers, but that's okay. I don't need to hide my fingers. I don't have any tattoos or anything on my fingers. My hands have to get hidden. You aren't allowed to know what's on my hands. I don't want to be recognized in a random public place. We have freed the plastic piece from her internal box. And you can see, again, this bedroom that they have designed for her. She's got one of those fuzzy rugs. I don't know why there's random crystals back there, but I guess the lamp is crystal too. Little posters. Again, another glimpse at probably one of the last, non-AI designed doll box arts. Let me actually get her comb out this time and not forget like I did with the other one. There we go. Comb. This is what the Rainbow High combs look like. I know I took the other one out very quick at the last minute when I realized I forgot it. They're decent combs. They're okay. I mean, they look pretty. But personally, I have other combs that I use when actually styling the doll's hair. Whitney's character does crystal art as a hobby in the Rainbow High series. Oh! That makes all of the sense in the world now why she has the crystals. I have not watched that far into the series. I think the last thing I watched in the series was when they get teleported into Rainbow World, and then I haven't watched past that. Because I was watching it, like, as it was being released originally, and then when the reboot happened, I just haven't gone and actually watched it yet. I secretly have alchemy symbols on my hands so I can do Roy Mustang fire attack on the fly. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what it is. I secretly... I've done the forbidden magic and have drawn magic on my hands, and I don't want the Witch Hat Atelier to know that I've done that, because that's... You're not supposed to perform magic directly on humans. You have to use them on tools. But I wrote it on my hands. I'm just bad like that. Again, using the clippers. Oh, that pulled some of the hair through. We don't want that. We don't want the hair through. Using the clippers to be able to get these ties off without cutting the hair or the fabric on accident. Legit pro strat. It actually works very well. I literally have this specific set of nail clippers designed that, like, just for this purpose. If you are someone who collects dolls and haven't bought a pair of nail clippers just to unbox your dolls with, do it. I have a little cup on my desk where I keep my doll nail clippers, a pair of scissors, and a box cutter. Just all there just for unboxing dolls. Oh no, the witch police gonna get you. I know, right? The witch police are gonna come for me. And then these ones are gonna be easier to get from the front. That. And that. Alright, I think I've got everything. Nope. Just like the other one, her sleeve is attached to the plastic here in a very annoying way. Let's see. Because of her hairstyle, this is going to be even harder to get in to do. I think, like the other one, we're going to have to go in with the scissors on this one. And just be very careful. There we go. And now, have I unattached her from everywhere she was attached to? Okay, some of her hair gel was stuck to the... Literally, some of her hair gel was stuck to the plastic, but I think we're good now. I think she's free. She looks a little bit bald, is my first impression here. You've been using nail clippers since I recommended Pro Strat for real, for real. The unboxings taught you how to use the very end of your scissors. Yeah, using the very tips of your scissors are very important. You're not gonna be using up there. Alright, we have freed her. Actually, okay, there's one point where you might be using up there, and that's for this stupid piece. Because these are so thick, as I have said before. They're thick plastic. There we go. She is free. My first impressions of her, thank God her legs are not leaking, because my custom plan for her involves not rebodying her and keeping her legs. So I'm glad her legs are not leaking and are functional. This is good. Just think about it. These blue legs with platforms that have fish in the heels. I think it's gonna be really good. Her hair is a bit of a mess and needs some work. I will say that. It's hard to see her makeup because of her bangs, but you can see her brows are white like her hair, and then her makeup has, like, wiggly camera. Her makeup has the, like, white eyeliner, and then this, like, under eye smoke for this one, but then the white coming back out to make a second wing appear. And again, like all of them, her eyelashes. And then her lips are this very pretty, like, mauve color with a glitter over top of them. The other one just had solid no glitter. I like when they put the glitter on the lips. She does have very thick eyeliner. This is what we'd call a graphic eyeliner. It's very stylized and, well, graphic. It's meant to look like it is a part of the makeup and the art itself, as opposed to just being a liner. My first impressions of her hair is that I don't think it feels as nice as the other one's hair. I'm gonna pull her back out for a second. She still has the mouse in her hand, but I don't know. I don't know if it's just that they used a different hair gel because her hairstyle's more complex, or not. But I don't think I like the texture of her hair as much. Don't blame me for mainly liking rats for their fashions. Their faces take some getting used to as well. That line has a lot of same face syndrome. Yeah, it does have a lot of same face syndrome. That's very true. You like being taught all the different terms and different dolls. It makes you feel like you're actually doing it. Yay! That's exciting. I like that. I just like talking about dolls because I love them. That is, in my opinion, the entire point of streaming, is getting to do things you enjoy and share it with other people. So, from a teaching point of view, since you like learning, the Rainbow High dolls, all of their hair is made out of a material called nylon. All of the doll hairs are technically a type of plastic, but they have different names and different types. The three big ones are nylon, saran, and polypropylene, which is usually shortened as poly. Poly is the worst quality one, and a lot of, like, I don't know, there's some people who are strict defenders of poly because it does hold styles very well, but it has the least soft feel to it. And then saran and nylon are both much softer. But even within those, there's different quality levels of them, and sometimes different colors will have a different quality feel to them because whatever was used to dye them affects how it feels. And I'm wondering if hers, rather than dyed, was bleached to get it this color. And I'm wondering if the bleach changed the texture of it a little bit, because I don't know. I don't think it has as nice of a texture as Dawn's does. You don't know much at all because of a shadowy figure in the distance called Mother, but you like being able to actually understand. Yeah, it's very fun. It's nice to learn about these things. If the link in the description actually wants to work today, I have a Discord server. If it's being rude, Groutlix or Doc can help you get in it, because they're both mods of the Discord server and have helped people get in before. But we have a whole channel in there, for talking about dolls. So if you want to join, you're welcome to, and you can see other people sharing their dolls and talk with us about dolls in there. That is something that can happen. There's channels for a lot of things. It's basically the channel where I notify people that I'm streaming and also talk about things with my community that I'm interested in. Yeah, bleach would make her hair rougher, which I think would make sense to why it feels a little less soft. You've been doing doll reviews and doll skit videos with your Shadow High doll since around 2023. Doll skits are very fun, and props to you for doing those, because it's actually quite hard to think of things to make them say. I don't know. I am very into dolls because of the fashion, and I like restyling and doing the fashion side of things. I am not super good at the whole characterizing them and making them come up with things to say and do side of things. I very much like to dress them up and pose them and take pictures. It's more of a, like, I don't know, a visual art for me than a creative writing kind of art. So props to you for being able to do that. Perfect. Thank you, Doc, for getting the link in here. You need to start doing some doll content, thinking about a collection tour stream. I would love a collection tour stream, because I feel like whenever there's doll conversations happening, you'll just randomly bring up another doll you have that I didn't know you had. I like the texture of her bangs. I like the floof that they've got going on here. They're actually kind of similar to my bangs with their floofiness. I feel like I picked a good one as far as her bangs being relatively even and not too jacked up. However, and her face is very nice. Her face printing is very nice and smooth, and I like it. Doesn't appear to be any issues. However, these little strands here, I think, are a little jacked up. I'm gonna have to try to fix them. Because, I mean, they're about the same length, but they don't look at all of the same shape. And they're about the same length, however, they don't seem to actually start at the center of her head. I don't know if you can see. Like, it's not, her part is not centered, so this one is further over than this one. And I think her part was supposed to be centered. I don't know, something feels off about it. Maybe it's just flatter. Maybe it has to go farther because of the bangs. That's what it is. Because it is, when you actually go up from her nose, it's like, no, the part is actually centered, so what's different? It had to go up and over further because of the bang swoosh. That's what it is. Yeah, I want to get the glue out of these, and I definitely want to, like, I think I want to curl these little loops, honestly. I think instead of having them just be straight like this, I think I want to have them curled. And then I like this pigtail a lot, the way this one is springy and springy and floofy. And then this one just looks so flat and dead, so I'm gonna need to fix it so it matches the other one better. You unfortunately don't have Discord on your phone and have your internet restricted, so you can't get it without your mom being notified. But you have it on your laptop, so you'll be able to get the laptop tomorrow and join. Perfect! We look forward to seeing you there. It will be fun. And I saw that you have joined, Veronica. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, so I want to get this one so that it matches the other one, which it is so, like you can see, it is solid with glue. This one is a lot less solid, and that's definitely part of the problem. I wonder if I could comb some of the glue out and get it to be more floofy like the other one. No, this is just solid. Yeah, this one's gonna require some water. Like, I can't even get the comb to go into it. This ponytail just has way too much glue. Your profile picture on there is your custom avatar from Milestra, Wonderland, and Genshin Impact. Sweet. I think we have a couple of other Genshin fans in there. I believe Arashi is a Genshin fan. So you can probably talk to him about Genshin as well. It's the one gacha game I have avoided because I'm afraid that I'll like it too much and want to spend too much money on it. Because I already spend enough money on the Hololive gacha and Uma Musume. This strand is also interesting. I'm not sure where it's supposed to be. It looks like it's supposed to be part of this, but isn't cut the same length as this. So it looks like it might need to be cut and then mixed in with this. Yeah, because it's not supposed to be the back of the hair. It's not that long. And then, now that I have been playing with her hair a bit, the back looks better. But she did look kind of bald when I first opened her. I feel like this plug here, which, plug is the term for the holes where the doll hair comes out of. I feel like this plug here doesn't have enough in it, and neither does this one. I feel like some of these are rooted lightly. Me sad doom scrolling Pokemon content last night achieved a mythic pull. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it here. This makes me happy. I like making a place where everyone can feel comfortable and happy and talk about what they enjoy and just enjoy it together. I like things to be safe and comfy. Arashi was a Genshin fan but hasn't played in a while. You played briefly but didn't stick with it either. Too many gacha to keep up with, genuinely. She's balding. She really is. It's weird, because, like, if you look over on this side, look at how much more densely packed all of this hair is compared to over here in the center. It's very strange. It honestly seems to me almost like she was accidentally rooted in a way where these were supposed to be pigtails too? But no, because then that'd be really bald in the back if these were pigtails. Maybe, like, it was supposed to be one giant ponytail? And they were expecting that to be covered more? I don't know. I don't know. Something's definitely odd with her rooting, but a good hair wash and restyle can fix that. Maybe since I've already shown her and all of her issues on stream, I could try to record a video of the process of fixing her hair. Unscrewing up her hair. It sucks because I know that it's going to be hard to do without messing too much with this ponytail because I really like this one. I like the way that the curls sit on this one so much, and if only this one looked the same instead of this gluey mess. Alright, I did say I wanted to see what her bodysuit looks like under the jacket, so let's see how we go about removing the jacket. Can we even remove the jacket? Oh, okay, I see. It looks like there's another little tie here holding the string in on the jacket. Oh, her jacket is like... I see. Her jacket is very attached. Like, genuinely, how would you change her clothes without breaking these pieces? We're gonna have to do that. This is going to be an interesting challenge. World's baldest doll. Oh, I've seen Balder. Don't you worry. Maybe I'll do a stream sometime showing off my baldest dolls. Because, yeah, she has some of Maya's style bald patch, but in a different spot. Yes. I remember showing you my very bald Maya. She will definitely have to make it onto stream. Bald Maya is something. Veronica Storm and Rainbow High also shares an English VA with Raiden Shogun from Genshin. Oh, that's really cool. That makes sense. That explains why you like both. You seem to be a big fan in general. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Her VA is incredible and was so kind to me when you met her. Oh, that's super nice. I'm glad you got to meet her. Wholesome getting to meet someone like that is always the best. I had a similar thing with Karen Gillian, she was Amy in Doctor Who, and she was what the heck is the name of the character? She was in Guardians of the Galaxy, and my brain is farting at the name of her character. The blue one, not Yondu, the other blue one. But I mostly knew her from Doctor Who because I was a big Doctor Who fan, and I met her while I was cosplayed as Amy from Doctor Who, so her character. So I cosplayed as her character to meet her, and she was so incredibly nice and sweet about it. It was the most wholesome thing. Alright, I think our best course of action for this is going to be sticking my nail under here to hold it. And then trying to get in with the clippers. Oh, I had it for a second. I had it in the clippers and then moved. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. This is a challenge. I was not expecting to be able to have to fight her to remove her jacket. Oh my goodness. Whoa, no stripping. We're not stripping. I want to see the design of her bodysuit. It's just her jacket. Although if I do start doing more doll content on her, I'll have to see what kind of stuff YouTube's AI tries to flag as being, quote, stripping when it's not, because I know Discord's AI will sometimes flag naked dolls, which is really frustrating, because if people are trying to sell dolls that they don't have the clothes for, Discord will be like, nope, this is bad, can't post this here. And sometimes you literally have to, like, pretend censor the non-existent parts on a doll, because they don't actually even put those parts on a doll, but you have to, like, color over it anyway. It's crazy. Alright, I got it out from that end. The piece of plastic is still kind of stuck here. Alright, there we go. Nebula. Yes, that is the name of the character. Thank you. That's the character she plays in Guardians. Alright, I think I've gotten that piece off. And then now there's also a thread here. Or no, it's another plastic piece. Okay, another plastic piece holding her jacket together. Be a little careful with Nikki dolls, but usually it's okay if they're not detailed. I usually try to cover areas with my thumb or something just in case. Okay. Because I really want to be able to do streams where I'm working on my customs, but for some of those you definitely are not gonna have the clothes on. I could just like cover the areas with a piece of like not shipping tape. What's the scotch tape? Painter's tape. That's the word I'm looking for. Painter's tape. The one that is a solid color, so it would cover it while I'm working on stuff that I don't want their clothes on for. That's a good idea. I actually have, weirdly enough, I think this is gonna need the scissors. Weirdly enough, I have painter's tape specifically in my shades of purple and teal. So that would work well for that. I have them so that when I send dolls to people, it's still on brand because it's using my purple and teal. Because, oh yeah, that's another thing that I guess I do sometimes. Is I do also sometimes help people find dolls and like literally hunt them down in person and ship them to them. I don't do that as often anymore though because gestures at the current state of shipping things, it's a pain in the butt now. But for a while I was helping people who weren't from the US get dolls from the US, but my god, is it a pain in the butt to ship outside of the country now. Covering paint areas on painter's tape would make it look more explicit. Potentially, yeah. Ball joint dolls are harder to get away with than fashion dolls. Definitely. I don't know. There's a good doll customizer that I watch, so I'll have to see what she does with hers. Her name is Poppin Atelier, I think, or Poppy Atelier. And I really like the work that she does, but I have to pay a closer attention to what she does and try to follow that for the sake of YouTube safety. You looked up who the VA for Veronica Storm is, and apparently she did Matsuri and Rune Factory and Keketsu and Grand Bazaar. Oh! And she's in the Persona 4 remake. Yeah, those are things that you like. Oh, I keep hitting the camera, I'm so sorry. For context, I have what's the word I'm looking for? The arm that I have holding the phone up is a noodle arm. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know what the word is, but it's one of the very bendy ones instead of being a solid one. Gooseneck, that's the word. It's a gooseneck. So that's why it shakes like that if I hit it. Interesting. So her bodysuit is just a tank top, and then the cutouts have this weird extra bit of fabric here. And I don't entirely know why. Both sides have it. It's very interesting. Oh, I see. Okay, so this side has it like this. This side has one too that looks like it might have gotten folded over. Maybe I can... Oh, it really wants to stay folded over. I think I see what they were trying to do with it. I think they were trying to make it make like a little star pattern, but I don't know if they succeeded. Or it might just be extra fabric. I'm really unsure. You're one of her biggest fans on Instagram somehow, and I do follow her voice work with a lot of dedication. Excellent. It's very good to have someone you're a big fan of like that and follow them. I think, genuinely, I think being fans of people is helpful for your mental health. Because sometimes it's really hard to find internal motivation and be like, I want to do things for me. But sometimes it's way easier to be like, hey, this person that I like, they can do it. So I want to do it too because I want to be like them. Like, it's way easier to be inspired by other people than be inspired by yourself. So I feel like it does help people to have someone they're a big fan of and actually follow rather than just try to exist living under a rock and not knowing who anyone is or having anyone that they like or look up to. I can probably tuck in the extra fabric. Yeah, probably. Is it something to do with tightening? No, it's just that it's the gooseneck, like Doc said. It's very bendy. It's meant to be that way so I can have unlimited adjustment of it, but it also makes it not the most stable thing in the world. I had one at one point that was more stable and less goosenecky, but I have a shelf right next to my desk, and I couldn't get it to bend down low enough because it kept hitting that shelf when it was just a hinge one, so I had to get the gooseneck one so I could, like, maneuver it weirdly. It's hard to explain. I have a weird setup. I did everything myself because I, as I mentioned, don't really know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this all out as I'm going. I have no prior experience before this channel with streaming. Really no prior experience with anything, like, video making related before this channel, so I'm learning it all as I go. I feel like I'm doing an okay job, but I also know that I'm not gonna be as technologically forward or well set up as someone who is on, like, their third or fourth channel and has been doing this for 20 years or something. I really love the lava lamp legs on her, though. This color is so satisfying to me for the legs, especially with the chrome of her skirt. But yeah, so I'm thinking we keep this part of the outfit the way it is, and we give her different shoes that have the fish in it. And I'm thinking we give her a different jacket that maybe ties the blue back in, and then have blue and fish, like, beads around her little ponytails. And honestly, I know I originally said I wanted to curl these, but what if I make these into little braids and have a little braid on each side? And have, like, a little fish bead or something at the end of each braid. I feel like that could be cool. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, I think a different jacket to tie on the blue. I'm also thinking maybe making it a short sleeve jacket so that I can give her some kind of bracelets. A lot of her customizing is going to come from accessorizing with beads, so I need to get all of the beads to do that. I like her makeup the way it is. I don't know if it needs changing. If I were to change anything, it would be in this line here where it's just left empty. Maybe I would add a streak of the blue or a streak of whatever color the fish are to tie that in, maybe. I don't know. I gotta toy around with it. But I think she's gonna be a great one for future customs. Let me find, where did I set? Oh, here it is. Her accessories! We gotta open her accessories too. You don't know what it says about you that you said that and immediately tried to think of someone like that to me. I mean, hey, as I said, it's good to have someone like that. I think it's helpful. And if you don't have one yet, that's okay. Like, there's always time to discover people. As long as you're actively finding and watching new things and experiencing new things and meeting new people, like, you're gonna find your way, you're gonna learn things. You don't really customize dolls much, but you have some Madoka Magica custom Rainbow High dolls that you're working on, and a Veronica doll and a Raiden Shogun Closet cosplay. You have Madoka Magica custom dolls? You're gonna have to send pictures of those in the server. I'm gonna need to see those. I love Madoka Magica. For a long time, I had a Madoka Magica keychain on my car keys, until it broke from having it on there for too many years. Something that helps motivate you is watching English dub of Jujutsu Kaisen with the main Veronica doll and focusing on the Nobara parts. That's cool. I like that. I like that you're able to find what helps you. I definitely like doing that too. Like, I'll just spend time with my dolls while I'm doing stuff. A lot of times, what I do is if I'm watching something to spend time with a doll is I'll get a hairbrush out and brush their hair while I'm watching. Because I'm one of those people that can't sit still when I'm doing things, like, ever. I always have to be fidgeting or messing with something. Hence why we have doll unboxing stream as a way for me to be doing stuff with my hands while I talk about dolls and not just talking about dolls. I very rarely do solely just chatting streams. They always have me handcam doing something while I'm chatting, or they have me showing pictures of things on the screen, and even then half the time I'm still doing something with my hands that you can't see. So having the doll in my hand and just like brushing their hair while I'm watching stuff definitely is a good thing for like relaxation. And like you said, if I'm watching something that inspires me, the inspiration is also good. I have a lot of other VTubers that I watch. Like, they may not know it because I'm not the most active chatter in the world, because, again, I'm usually doing something with my hands while I'm watching things, and also a lot of times I watch things on my TV and not on my computer. And I don't know if you've ever tried to watch streams on a TV, but chatting on a TV is a pain. But since I'm in my desk chair the whole time that I stream, I don't want to sit in my desk chair even more to watch other people stream, so I want to go sit on the couch or my bed and watch them from my TV or my phone instead. When I'm on my phone, I can chat, so that's basically how people know. But I watch a lot of other streamers that inspire me. Mostly it's other VTubers, but there's a couple that are IRL that I watch. Well, most of the IRL that I watch isn't streams, it's long-form videos, but you get what I mean. I watch other people and get inspired by them. We have freed her glasses. I love it when dolls come with glasses. Not enough dolls come with glasses, high key. They say rainbow on the side. As do a lot of Rainbow High accessories. You feel like your main Veronica doll is basically a Genshin-addicted weeb at this point with how much of her VA's voice work that she's been exposed to. That's totally fair. I get that. It, like, when you have a specific doll or plushie that you, like, hold while you do specific things, it's like, yeah, they like to do this thing with me. They are attached to this thing with me now. Like, we have my little Chloe here, who also was one of my favorite Hololive members. She has since graduated from Hololive, but, she's not done streaming. She streams under a new persona elsewhere, but I'm not gonna break confidentiality and tell people where that is, but Um, because she's one of my favorites and is inspiring to me, she always is on my desk when I stream, and I've had her here while I stream so long that it's like, no, she likes this. She has to be here. It feels wrong to stream without her here. And I also take her with me every time I go to an aquarium, because she likes aquarium. She's orca themed, she likes aquarium. She has to come with me every time I go to an aquarium. It's important. This little strap back here that was propping her up is actually the strap to a little bag that she fits in so I can bring her places. And it's a clear bag so she can see the aquarium. So I 100% get it. Stinky orca, yes. And then Octavio here is one of my favorite singers, so he's also here because he's right next to my microphone, because he has to be here when I record for singing. So he's there for my emotional singing support. He helps to inspire me, and I don't know. Like, I feel like I do genuinely sing better when I have him next to my microphone. I don't know why. Which, yes, I am actually recording stuff. There is actually cover songs that are coming out. There should be at least 2 this year, if everything goes according to plan. One for sure guaranteed because it's a collaboration with someone else, but one that I'm doing myself that hopefully will come out in time. And there'll be 2 before the end of the year, which is crazy. I'm actually working on things. Crazy. Alright, here we have Whitney's phone, which is one of the, like, new flip phones, which I have never seen before. So, like, it has a screen on the front and 4 cameras, and then it opens and inside is a touchscreen. Oh, I see. They had to, like, double joint the hinge. Does it actually close all the way? I don't know if it does. I honestly don't know if it closes all the way. Even with the double jointed hinge, which I presume was done to try and make it so it could close all the way. Oh, there we go. Okay, it does. It was just very hard to accomplish. A little kid is absolutely going to break that. This is not for a kid. This accessory is not for a kid. They would absolutely break that trying to flip it. It is cool though, because I've never seen a doll that comes with this kind of phone before. And it looks like... So she's got herself down at the bottom. And then you can see up at the top her, like... this looks like it's meant to be Instagram. You can see up at the top that it's, the other members of the line. Like, you see it's herself, her own story, Misty, Dawn, and then Leilani, which is the other one, which I don't think we've talked about yet. But she's the pink one from the line. She's all, like, hibiscus themed. I'm trying to figure out who these are in her selfie on the top of her screen, and I think this might be an Amaya, and this might be one of the Color and Create dolls? I think? That's the best answer I've got. Which, the Color and Create dolls they're actually very cool, and I have some, and I should probably do a stream of those, actually. Because I could open them and do the Color and Create feature. Because I have several of them that I bought for customs that are yet to be opened, and so I could do the Color Create part on their clothes, no problem, and show you. But they were dolls that, like, they had varying skin tones and face designs and stuff like that, but then their hair and clothes were completely white. And then the first sets came with markers, and then later on they started coming with a watercolor-like thing. But it was so that you yourself could color and design their clothes and hair. And I think that is one of the most unique and cool play patterns I've ever seen for a doll. And I really think they should have done more of those instead of the slime dolls. I mean, they did quite a few of them, but I don't know. The slime dolls is like, the slime's gonna ruin your doll. The color grade is like, no, you get to decide the color palette for your doll, which is very cool. Stinky Orca. Yep, she is Stinky Orca. Your Veronica doll has her own official Hoyoverse Raiden Shogun plushie that she likes to hold. That's adorable. That's so cute. You were back. Ah, yes, hinges, right? My never-ending struggle with hinges. I did almost break these. To be, like, it was very close. Oh, it's Opal. Okay. That makes sense. I don't know a ton about the little sisters. So that makes sense that it's one of the little sisters. Okay. The slime dolls are confusing. I agree. I don't understand why they thought that that was a good idea. Also, yes, hi, Arashi. I don't know if you had been here the whole time. And here we have her purse. Very, very Y2K. Very futuristic-y. Honestly, I think her phone will fit in here. I don't know if it'll be easy to get out afterwards if I push it all the way in. Again, I think they needed to make the holes on these bags just ever so slightly bigger. Something I just remembered that I didn't specify about her outfit and her theming. Gotta get her purse with it. I don't know how many of you have seen the music video for Waterfalls by TLC, or if I'm showing my age here and being an absolute old person. But this outfit, to me, feels very heavily inspired by the fashions in that music video. Like, in the way that they're shaped and that it has, like, the chrome to it. Well, if you haven't seen it, look up pictures from it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I love so much that they have a doll that has those kinds of fashions, because I love the fashions in that video. You have not just got here still working, so mostly lurking. That's okay. We appreciate lurkers here as well. Her skirt interestingly bunches up like this when she sits. But I think it's actually okay. They made this chrome piece flexible enough that it's okay. They did actually think about that. Which is good, because I was worried it was going to break her skirt by doing that. You thought boys were supposed to be into slime, so it's confusing on that front. It doesn't feel like something that should be around dolls, so it's confusing on that front. Yeah, so the one thing I will say is there has been a rise in girl slime popularity. Weird way to say it, but since they started making a bunch of those slimes that look like food, and you can make cutesy cooking with the slime. And yeah, and or for adult girls, it's the slime ASMR content, which is absolutely not something you want to promote to children. Correct. So that also is confusing. So yeah, I also don't understand that one. And girl slime popularity as opposed to slime girl popularity. Yeah. I agree. Screw gender stereotypes. Everyone can paint their nails. Everyone can like whatever toys they want. Everyone can wear whatever they want. I mean, outside of stream, I spend like 90% of my life in like t-shirts and cargo shorts. So listen, anyone can wear whatever they want. We have freed the cat. Look at this little guy. He's got a little gunk on him and looks like he needs to be washed, but we have received one naked baby. One naked cat. He's definitely a naked cat, right? He's not meant to just be a white cat. Like, he's like flesh colored. This is clearly a naked cat. I am convinced this is a naked cat. He forgot about food slimes. Yeah, food slimes. Food slimes are interesting. The slime ASMR should not be promoted to children, because, a lot, I mean, in general, there's a lot of ASMR that shouldn't be promoted to children, because there are people that say some whack things in ASMRs. Oh my god, this is incredible. The little Walkman, it opens, and the disc comes out. You can actually take out her little disc, her little mixtape. Well, it's a CD, but her little mix CD. That's adorable. I love that so much. And then it closes, and oh my god, and the headphones even plug into it. It has a hole for the headphones to plug in. Wait a minute. I recognize the shape of this. Wait, this is actually incredible. This is actually incredible. Hang on. We've brought her back. Cat can go over here. These are the shapes of the earring pegs. This goes in the earring pegs to hold the in-ear headphones in her ears. Alright, I have to actually work to get this in there, but... Come on. Come on. Her earring holes are a bit, tight. Maybe I can try the other side first. There we go. Yeah, it goes in the earring hole to hold it into her ear. That's so good. And then this side also goes in. And then it has a little spot for her to hold it with her hand. I'm presuming... Oop. I accidentally unplugged it. Gotta plug it back in. Unless it's supposed to be held this way, but I want to be able to see the CD. Oh, you know what? Other hands exist. Is the pinky the best answer again? No, it doesn't really look like she's holding it right with the pinky. I think it has to be the thumb. I mean, no matter what, it doesn't really look like she's holding it properly. But I have to say, for everything else, the fact that the earphones go in the earring holes to hold them in and then actually plug in here and you can take the CD out, that is kind of incredible. That's kind of some peak accessory work there. And I bet it would fit in here, but again, I wish the cat fit in here. She should have a cat purse for her little cat. That would be adorable. The Walkman is peak, I agree. Really, all ASMR content shouldn't be promoted to children. It's too sketch. I agree. There are too many bad actors in the ASMR space that are pushing it in directions that are not exactly the most child safe. You had someone in your class got suspended for mommy ASMR out loud in school in a lesson. Yeah, that is worth getting suspended over. That is not great. Your streams are definitely more fun than my streams of dolls pulling on my gacha game accounts whenever I really want to pull for a character. I mean, hey, that's a good excuse to pull for a character. I mean, like, it's a stream of my doll pulling for a character, and I've now justified pulling for a character. That's actually pretty clever. I kind of like that. Veronica getting all excited over Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Royal with Naomi being confused about it is hilarious, though. That does sound hilarious, it's true. Oh wait, I forgot she had glasses. I almost forgot those were there. Put your glasses on, girl. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at her. She looks so cool now. I kind of love this. Like, again, I desperately need to do some work on her hair because this ponytail is a tragedy, and I think these pieces should be braids. Now that I thought about it, I'm like, they have to be. But I think once I've done some good work to her hair and give her all those accessories I was talking about, she's gonna be so peak. She might become one of my favorite dolls in my collection, honestly. Her accessories are so unique, and her fashion is so unique. And the cat! Look at the cat! It's such a good cat. Yeah, that is an absolute legacy. I'm guessing you hold... The phone also has to go in that hand, so she can't hold both. That makes me even more convinced that the CD player is supposed to go in this hand somehow. Maybe it's supposed to be like this, actually. Yeah, that is what it is. Alright, we have to turn the plug a bit, but... It's supposed to go in her hand like that. It fits much better and looks like she's actually holding it that way. I still don't understand how she's supposed to be holding the split phone. I guess like this? Oh. Like this? Yeah, there we go. She's got her technology in both hands. I think this works. I still wish she had wrists, but I think this works. Yeah, I guess it looks more natural when she's holding it down there. I just wish we could actually see the CD from the front when she does that. So my biggest complaint is that I think the hand-holding spot should be on the other side of this. All things considered, not a big complaint. I think she's a very good doll. I like her a lot. Alright, we've done a lot of Rainbow High existing today. But now, we have one more left. And this one has a story with it. So these Rainbow High dolls I bought recently from Target because they were clearancing them out. Actually, you know what? I want the cat to stay. The cat can stay. He can hang out there. They were clearancing them out because that line is going away. So I got them to make sure I could get them before they were gone. The next doll was not from Target. It was not just a normal store. Somehow got stupidly popular from it and says a lot about the all-boys school experience. Yeah, it does. You don't really watch ASMR videos that aren't doll unboxing. Fair and pretty much same. I don't watch ASMR videos that are like your typical, like I'm talking to somebody, like you know those like talking, whispering, whatever. I don't watch those, the mouth noises, nah. The ASMR that I watch is videos of people cooking where they don't talk at all and all you're hearing is the noises of cooking, like of someone whisking something in a bowl or mixing it in a mixer, putting it in the oven. Like, you're just hearing the cooking noises. And then the same kind of thing with no talking, just the noises for people doing arts and crafts. That's like all I watch. And it's not even about the sound or the noise, it's about me wanting to watch people cook and do crafts, but not wanting to hear someone's voice. Because sometimes I get, like, overstimulated with audio, and, like, I'm just like, no, this is too loud, no, I don't want to hear talking, I just want to watch. I just want to see and know hear. This one, the final doll for today, is Royal Bee. And Royal Bee is interesting because she is from the OMG Fierce line. I'm going to turn her around to show you because I have a very limited space here. She is from the OMG Fierce line. And this line, let me look up the exact date for you so I don't get this wrong. This line got discontinued in 2023. They launched in 2022. They were only around for a year. I think they are absolutely gorgeous dolls that are very well done. I have never owned one because they were only around for a year, and that year that they were around for was before I had branched out my collection into collecting anything other than Rainbow High. And I regretted that every single day and was like, I'm never gonna get one of these dolls. I'm never gonna see one of these dolls again. But as you can see here, by this Ollie's sticker, somehow, when I was on my trip, my little adventure trip was last week, I managed to find this one at an Ollie's, which is the one that I've been wanting, my favorite one from the Fierce line, at a random Ollie's for less than it was when it was new. 3 entire years after this line was discontinued. I have no idea how. I don't understand. I was floored when I found her and was like, well, she's coming home with me. It was fate. Fate said I had to be here and I had to do this. So we're here and we're doing this. And for anyone who is less completely into the doll world as me, You may be like, oh, but I see the LOL dolls at the store all the time. What do you mean they were discontinued? The thing is that the regular LOL dolls were not discontinued. The Fierce line is. The Fierce line is a whole... It's the same characters. They have, like, they're characters from the regular line, but they are significantly taller and more detailed versions of them. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute, because I'll get one of my regular OMGs after I open her, so we can compare her. I should have got one over here before I started, but silly me, she's over on my bookshelf, so I guess when I do that, I can also grab Zoe, since I talked about Zoe earlier. To get this one open, I have no idea. I've never opened one of these before. As you saw with the Rainbow Highs, I've opened so many of them, I had a system down. This is gonna be a discovery. I'm learning here today in real time. Normal ones, but diva'd up. They are so diva'd up. It's crazy. So it looks like the bottom of the box here is basically her stand. It also looks like the tape isn't quite sealed, so I might be able to pull this off. Let me see. I'm gonna have to pull her off the desk for a second so that I can use my eyeballs to see what I'm looking at here. I think I need to cut... There's some tape here. I think I need to cut this to disconnect this piece from it. And suddenly this becomes Junie cuts herself with a knife live on stream. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm being careful. And it looks like the same kind of tape is on the top, so we're gonna have to do it again. Right, I have cut both of those spots. The Fierce line was discontinued, not the main line. Exactly. They kept the main line, and I have quite a few of the main line, but I had never seen a Fierce out in the wild until I found this one, and I was very excited to get her. Have I seen the rebranded OMGs yet? I have. I like them. I know, they seem to have very mixed opinions. Some people really like them, and some people really don't like them. I really like them. I especially really like the Hello Kitty ones that I've seen. I think they're pretty good. I'm intending to get at least one of them at some point, so that probably will also be a stream when I get one of the Hello Kitty ones. It's realistically probably gonna be the Kuromi one. But I do also like the other ones, but I think it's probably gonna be Kuromi. I am struggling to disconnect this here with these other ones. I mean, this says open here, so let's open here and see what happens when I open here. Oh. Opening here gives me things inside. That's true. OMGs do like having unboxing as a big part of the experience. What do we have in here? Bread. Yes, bread is good, I agree. Is this a cute little poster? Oh my. Is that what this is? Oh! I just dropped it. It's a cute little poster! I love this! Make it bold, make it buzz, make it boss. I love this. Oh, the back shows you the other ones from the line. Yeah, Royal Bee and Neonlicious are my two favorites, and were the two ones I really wanted, so I was really glad that she was specifically the one I found at a random always. I love this little poster. I'm gonna be hanging it up near my desk. This is adorable. As someone who likes to cut box art off of dolls and put it on my wall, more dolls should just come with a mini poster like this. I think this is a great idea. And this was before AI existed, so you know this poster was actually someone's art and not AI, which I love too. Which also is part of my upsetness about the box arts that use AI, because I like hanging up box art, so if it uses AI, it makes me feel bad. And I don't want to hang it up, and I'm like, wow, I've lost my free art. I love that the little poster came... There was a rolled up little poster, just like the little posters on my back. My little backpack posters. Because I love posters, in case you couldn't tell. But it's kind of a core part of my brand, just having the little posters in my backpack. Oh, I just lost the rubber band for the poster. It's on the ground somewhere. We have this. What's in here? Oh, is this glasses? It feels like glasses. Oh my god, it is! And they look like little bee wings. That's cute. You have the Kuromi one, and she looks pretty good, but you also have a soft spot for Moonlight BB and Shadow from the original line. That is so legit. Moonlight BB is one of the ones that I don't have and really want. One of my favorites that I have from the original line is Spicy Babe. I love Spicy Babe. I honestly hope Spicy Babe gets a rebooted version with the new style. I think she would look so good with the new style. This is gonna be a scissor job, I think. And Pose and Sunset as well, because they share VAs with the Storm Twins. I did not realize that they shared VAs with the Storm Twins. That's very interesting. For a very long time, I played a lot of the OMG phone game. I always called it Famshin. I go to play my Famshin. My fashion. It's, I don't know, it was just very fun making outfits and stuff on there and playing with the dolls. I still have it on my phone, I just don't really play it very often. Nice brush. An actual brush instead of the tiny little comb. Alright, I think I got everything that was in that hole. Now I still need to figure out how I'm supposed to free her from this box. I think the answer might be pulling these off. Maybe from the bottom? Yeah, maybe the bottom one's gonna be the easiest one to do. I mean, none of the tape is still stuck, so what is it? Well, I have broke the plastic on the bottom. I completely broke that plastic. At that rate, we're just gonna continue breaking the plastic, I guess. I can't figure out where it's actually stuck that's... Oh, it's just the whole thing is just stuck at the bottom. So all of that tape that I saw that was broken and should have made it easier to come off was a complete lie. I apologize for the destruction of this box. I normally try to open them more carefully, but it is giving me a lot of instructions on this instructional sheet. It looks like it's about how to put pieces of her outfit on. Interesting. We'll look at that later. Spicy Babe is gorgeous and reminds you of Rin from the Fate anime. I have not seen the Fate anime, but I do agree that Spicy Babe is gorgeous. Her makeup is very pretty, her hair is very pretty, and her outfit is very cool. There we go. She has been freed from the box. I don't know if there's anything else in the upper part of this box. Like, it told me to open the bottom part. But there's so much space in this upper part that could have something. I don't think it does, though. she has been freed, and now she will be turned over and you can see her in her final form. Look at how gorgeous she is. She's so pretty. The little tights, and like all of this is the fabrics, the details. It's all so good. I also love when the OMGs have eyelashes like this that cover part of their big eyes, so their big eyes are slightly closed and less an actual circle. Which, as you can imagine, means that I love the rebrand look, because the rebrand look very much took inspiration from this, but then made the eyelashes actually textured. God, she is so pretty, and her hair is so soft, and it's like, I love this color that's like both gold and brown simultaneously. I'm absolutely gonna have to, oh, I love her. Those are certainly names. Yeah, the thing about the OMG dolls is their naming convention is not giving them actual people names. Their naming convention is giving them names themed on their fashion. So, like, Spicy Babe's whole thing is, like, red and alt and very, like, you know, spicy. Moonlight Baby is very, like, you know, Moonlight. She's very, very goth coded, very blue and black goth coded. Royal Bee here is, you know, bee coded. She's got the gold and she's got the hexagonal bee patterns. But also, they also really like doing ones that are heavily inspired by musicians. So Royal Bee here also is very heavily inspired by Beyonce. And they have another one, Skater Girl, who is, well, a skater girl, and as you can guess, she's very inspired by Avril Lavigne, you know, the skater girl. There's also one that is a flight attendant that's very heavily inspired by Britney Spears. I can't remember what they actually... Oh, Fly Girl. That's her name, Fly Girl. And she's very heavily inspired by Britney Spears. So this is just kind of a thing that they do. Alright. I have unattached a lot of the unattached points, or attached points, but definitely not all of them. This out of here. You're gonna have to make another coffee? I mean, that's fair. To be fair, I don't know if you've slept or not, but you were up at what you said was like 4 a.m. your time when I was streaming last night. I have slept a good 8 hours since then. So if you've been up this whole time, understandable that you're needing coffee. But you being, as you said, unable to join the Discord server right now reminds me that I do need to get better about posting my schedules as a post on YouTube as well, not just on my Discord server and Twitter. So I will make sure for the schedule for next week that I do that so that you can see it. As I think I mentioned last night, I post my schedule Sunday nights, so tonight I'll be making the one for next week, because my schedules run Monday to Sunday. I treat Monday as the first day of the week and Sunday as the last day of the week, because it is just easier for me to do it that way. Mostly because, for work purposes, I a lot of times have to work during the weekend. Specifically, a lot of times I have to work on Saturday nights, so I don't normally stream on Saturday nights. Unless they have me working during the day, then I'll do a stream Saturday night, which is what happened this week. But yeah, so a lot of times I have to work on Saturdays, and it's really hard to get a schedule out on Saturdays because of that, so it's a lot easier to do it on Sundays. Alright, I feel like, it's by her feet. I was like, I swear there's something else attached here. But I got her stand free. You woke up, there you go. You went to bed at 11:30 as every non-school night and wake up when you wake up. You woke up about 3:30, so I guess you got less sleep because I struggle to go back to sleep once I've woken up. Yeah. You should be posting yours on Twitter, Arashi. I didn't even know you made schedules. I thought you just streamed whenever you could. Admittedly. What work do? I work at a store. I am, unfortunately, my soul is owned by retail. Which is why I usually have to work on the weekends. Because weekends are usually the busiest time for stores. But it does mean that it's very easy for me to buy things. Because I'll get paid, and I'll see the money hit my bank account, and I'm already at a store because I'm working. So when I'm done working, I could just be like, oh, well, now I'm gonna buy some little treats. And I'll come home with, like, a fun drink or a nice little snack or something. So that's always nice. Being able to get a little treat on payday. Them there, that grocery store life. Well, you see, yeah, I know. Your work schedule makes it hard. It's crazy to me. In theory, you schedule your one stream a week on Saturday or Sunday. That's fair. It's crazy to me that we work such similar jobs, yet they do the scheduling so different. We have done it. We have freed her. And I guess for context, for people who are new here, Arashi is another streamer who I've been doing collabs with for a long time. There are quite a few VODs up on my channel, actually, of recent ones we've done. We did Deep Rock and Peak, are the big ones. A while back, we also did the Warhammer DLC for Power Wash. We did Among Us on your channel at one point, but that was also quite a bit ago. That was about as long ago as the Warhammer one, I think. But point is, yeah. Arashi and I are tight. We do stuff together. You'll see Arashi on here at some point, I'm sure. Because we wanted to plan another Deep Rock anyways, so that'll happen at some point. Oh, this purse. This purse is nice. Remember how I was complaining about the other purses? This purse has a hinge, which I know is dangerous for me, but it's a solid plastic, and it fully opens with the hinge. I kind of like that. I feel like you can actually put some stuff in that. We should do all of those things again. Yeah. Every single one of them. Ooh, new Peak content got announced. Perfect. I definitely want to do that then, because that was fun. Now that she has been freed, we can enjoy all of her glory. Her hair looks so much more yellow on the camera. in real life, it has a much more brown look to it. It's brown with these like shiny gold highlights, but on the camera, it looks as bright yellow as the yellow gold on her outfit, which is crazy. So she's got this hairstyle with these little braids on the top. When I was looking, I was at Ollie's. They had a couple of her, and I was like, I gotta find the one that has the least wonky braids on the top, because this hairstyle is complicated, and I don't intend to try and edit it. I don't intend to try and make changes to it, but that's okay, because her hair feels perfectly soft and not full of glue. Like, she has a little bit of what feels more like hairspray in her curls. They did not use Elmer's glue on her. They used actual hairspray, and you can tell the difference, because it feels and moves like actual hair with hairspray and not like it is a solid clump. The quality is different. I don't know if it's from the coffee. Coffee normally gives me headaches, but I got a headache. No, not a headache. I'm so sorry. Headaches are the worst. For a while, I was having to take a majorly long break from streaming because I kept getting unexplained headaches from things. But I got that figured out, and I'm on meds for that now, and now I'm back, and everything's going okay. Well, technically meds and special glasses. If you get bad enough headaches that they're technically migraines and they're vision caused, like by things that you see, they'll give you special glasses that filter out whatever wavelength of light seems to give you the headaches. It's pretty cool. It means the lenses of my glasses look pink. She's got these little chains on her belt. This is like very solid. I like this little necklace the way it is. I don't know what it's called, but the way it stacks and goes up the neck like that, it is something that is done in a traditional dress, a traditional like fashion from somewhere in Africa, because the Dolls of the World Barbie from Africa has that same thing. And I know it's inspired by a specific fashion thing that is... I don't remember which country it is from over there, though. But... or, like, the actual name from it. But it is inspired by that, and I do think that's very cool. It is... They actually... In the actual culture, they have these, and they stack them taller over time as you get used to them, and it's meant to, like, elongate your neck. So, like, they start doing it quite young, and they elongate their neck. It's essentially the neck version of the foot binding that is done in some other cultures, where they, like, bind your feet to make them small. It's very fascinating to me. I like all of the history of extreme body modification and how it actually goes back way further than a lot of people think. It's very fascinating to me. Like, tattoos go back way, way further than anyone thinks. There are quite a few countries that have tattoos as part of their culture from a very long time ago. So a lot of things that are considered like alt now are actually things that were just beauty standards for some of these cultures back in the day, and it's very cool. You're grinding YouTube, apparently. You have 325 XP. I didn't realize YouTube gave you XP, but that's cool. Oh, I wonder if it's the chatting crown that you have. If it's the chatting XP, because I do have that turned on, so that the top chatter of each stream gets a little crown. So you've done it. You're a top chatter. Do they do that with voice asking for a friend? Not exactly the same. So, what you can do with Waist is there's a thing called a waist trainer, which is actually pretty common and easy to get over here. You can usually buy them at like a Target or a Walmart. Like, they're not hard to find. They're just over in like where the bras and stuff would be. They're called a waist trainer, and it's essentially like a compression glove where it's like a compression sleeve, but for your waist, where they have a higher amount of compression at the center and a lower amount of compression at the top and bottom, so that it can make your waist have that look when you wear it underneath of your clothes. They're not usually permanent, although I presume if you wore it a lot, then it would probably kind of do a similar thing. Yeah, I don't know. I have never tried one of those waist trainers specifically, but I do know that there's also, like, bodysuits that they make that are meant to be, like, slimming bodysuits that just kind of compress everything to make you look a little slimmer, and I have worn those before, just because I like how the compression feels. I mean, again, I have compression gloves. It's an autism thing. Sometimes when I get really stressed out, I need to be compressed. I wear the compression bodysuits instead of for fashion, but as a thunder shirt for a human. Which, if you don't have a dog, a thunder shirt is these compression shirts that you put on your dogs that are afraid of thunder to help them not freak out so much. And it does actually work. There's a slight issue you're starting to notice with everything you want. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, I'm gonna be real with you. The slight issue that you're noticing is that too many products are gender specific when they don't need to be. There are too many things that exist, quote, for women that men also like or would like if they felt like they were allowed to have it. And I don't think that it should be allowed to have it. I think everyone should be allowed to have anything that would make them feel like they look good and feel good. Shapewear could be the more general term that might have men's versions. You know, that's a good point. I actually have never looked into if there is men's shapewear. I'm sorry for being so woman-pilled. But as a man in the chat, I guess you would know. Yeah, I would say look up shapewear and see if like, quote, men's shapewear, and if you can find it, maybe then you'd be allowed to get it with the restrictions your mom seems to have on you. It might exist. I could see it existing, because there are men who, like, you know, want to look good in a suit and whatnot. You don't want to be a man anymore, but you still want everything available in the men's section. Well, guess what? Good news. You can have whatever you want, no matter what you identify as. Once you are away from your parents, you can have whatever you want, no matter what you identify as, because in current society, there are no rules. Your parents are living off of their own rules, not society rules. No one can stop you from just buying women's clothes. Exactly. She prefers you shopping in sports shops, and that sounds quite sportsy, so it could work. Yeah, it definitely could work. Sports shops might have shapewear. That's a good point. I feel like that's, yeah. Ooh, men's compression shirts and tank tops. Yes, that's a good term to look up, and those would be in sports shops. Because compression gear is very popular both for the sports community and for the disability community, because the whole point of compression wear is it helps to keep your joints from swelling up and getting sore while you're doing activities. So like a lot of disabled people will wear them just for daily activities because it helps them to do the daily activities, but a lot of athletes will also wear it because it helps them to be able to push their body further. I mean, for both, it's pushing the body further than it normally could go by adding that extra support and keeping it from swelling. You mistook a tank top for a crop top. That's okay. To be fair, men wore crop tops in the 80s. So men absolutely can wear crop tops. Men wore crop tops and short shorts in the 80s. I'm just saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be these rules, because if you look back into the history of fashion, basically everything that is currently male-coded and female-coded has at one point in time been the opposite. Wigs used to be a male-coded item. Like, anything that used to be for, quote, one specific gender has been used for both genders at different points in time. So if you look at historical fashion, there really shouldn't actually be a gender block for fashion. Exactly. Pink was also originally a men's color. Any shirt can be a crop top if you have scissors. That's true. That is a true statement. Yeah, I would say look for the compression shirts and compression tank tops. I think that's what you'd want for now. It's not gonna give you like a waist like this, but it will help like slim things down if that's what you're going for. Nail polish and eyeshadow have roots and war paint. Exactly. I think you could make a convincing argument for a men's compression shirt or tank top to wear under your clothes. I think you could convince your parents with it, because I think it is sportsy. You could talk about the sports benefits of how it helps make your back muscles feel better while you're doing sportsy things. You're not allowed scissors, so no crop top for you? Ouch. Yeah, you really... I'm telling you, your life will be better once you live on your own, that's for sure. You know, that's fair. She would probably notice if one of your tops just magically got shorter. I just want to check real quick and make sure there's nothing else hiding in this box that I've missed. We've got the poster, we've got her sunglasses, we've got her purse. I don't think there's going to be anything up here, but I'm gonna open it just in case. Yeah, okay, there's nothing else up here. Alright, so we've got everything out of her box. Sunglasses, hairbrush, purse, poster. Let's see how her little sunglasses look on her. Her curls make it mildly hard to get these over her ears. There we go. Slay. I wouldn't call them my favorite sunglasses, but the rest of her outfit is so good that it's okay. If she had a longer nose and could wear them, like, partially down, like on the end of her nose, I think that would be cute. But her nose is very short. There's no door in your house with a lock? Oof. Oof, you have one of those parents. I understand. I was banned from locking my door as a child, too. And it was, a time. when you have siblings who can just open the door on you when you're changing. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you at least. You banned scissors, but it's your mom's fault. That's fair. I did say I was going to compare her to a regular OMG doll, so let me get up and get one really quick. And then I can show you. Excuse me, as my model just, like, falls over for a second. You're standing up. Well, you're gonna lay there until after the stream. Please don't for Cleo. There we go. I have returned with a regular OMG doll so that we can share and you can see. Sometimes I struggle to find a more generalized and less niche audience for my doll content, but I try my best because I feel like autistic doll tubers deserve a lot more respect and visibility. 100%. 100% hard agree. Hard agree with that statement. So we have our fierce royal bee here, and then we have my personal favorite of the non-fierce OMGs. Ace. So she also has super detailed clothes and accessories. Just like our royal bee here. Like, her little jacket opens up, and she has a little bodysuit underneath of it. Her jacket has little ties and strings. Her purse is open so you can put stuff in it. It's got buttons. She's got a little zipper. Like, the knee pads, her little skates. Super detailed. I also love her little clip. She's another one who I intentionally did not wash out her box hairstyle because I really like the little clip on her hair like that. It's very cute. But you can see what I'm talking about here. Well, her knee pads are on, so I'll have to take one off so you can see. But her knee pads are kind of hard to take off. 1 second. There we go. She has knees that don't have like a visible joint in them. They don't have the same kind of joint. They are technically bendable, but they're like the old Barbies where they click to bend. And they're not super flexible. She, on the other hand, has a real knee joint, much like the Rainbow Highs. Which, these are made by the same company as Rainbow High. I think I mentioned that, but the other thing is the height. I know she's wearing skates, so it's kind of hard to see. I can take the shoes off if we need to. But the regular ones are so much shorter than the fierce ones. The fierce ones are so tall. And I genuinely think that the added height adds something to the overall look. Like, I feel like the way they've made these faces, I feel like it looks better with the taller body, in my opinion. I don't know, I really like it. And then, she has what I was talking about earlier, that I can also explain if I can get her glasses off so you can see. She has very, very circular eyes, where the eyeliner, or not eyeliner, the eyeliner and mascara don't cover anywhere near as much of the eye as hers. They're less circular on the top. They're a bit cut down. And so I think the slightly closed eye with the taller body just all together meshes better and looks way more proportional. And the V's look very, like, hyper chibi is the best way I can say. And then there's the small ones, which are even more hyper chibi. They have, I don't have any that are unboxed currently to show you of the small ones, but they have the tweens, which are even smaller and even more hyper chibi. So, it's, I don't know. I think these look very much like adult, beautiful collector dolls. Meanwhile, the other ones are a lot more like just very well detailed play dolls. She took the lock off with a hammer and that lock wasn't even on my door. Jeez, that's crazy. I have at least 2 dolls with Twilight Sparkle hair now. Yes. I am a fan of this color scheme. I know, that's very surprising. The Kuromi one that I was talking about earlier that I want from the reboot has very similar hair. I like this color scheme, in case you couldn't tell. Yeah, see, I have her, I have the one that I'm turning into me. I think those are the only 2 I have currently that truly have this Twilight Sparkle hair. I might have Allie Dance somewhere, which also has a similar Twilight Sparkle hair. But yeah, I don't know. It is true, I really do like the Twilight Sparkle hair colors. I just lost her knee pad into the void. And by the void, I mean under my desk somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that right now, because it risks putting my head under the camera, and we're not doing that today. So she will be 1 knee pad, without 1 knee pad for the moment. But yeah, comparing them side by side, you can really see the difference in body construction of these 2 dolls. The hands are also even bigger, I feel like. Yeah, these hands are much more small and dainty compared to these. I don't know. I really like the Fierce line and wish we had got more of them, and hope that maybe we still could someday. Maybe with the reboot, they'll do some reboot Fierces. I don't know. You like the taller proportions better too? Yeah, I don't know. It works. It is a pretty color scheme. I agree. Well, we have opened all of our dolls. I have shared all of my doll facts. I'm sure I have other dolls that I could open, but they're nowhere near here, and these were the 3 I intended to do for this stream. It went well, so there will be more doll opening streams that happen in the future. I was worried I wouldn't have enough space on the desk to show everything I wanted to show, but I think it went okay, and the chatting was fun. I'm having a good time. It's been a good time. It is 5:30, and that is about dinner time for me. Or at least time to start cooking dinner. I can tell because I am hungry. You have a miniature army of black and purple themed dolls with similar aesthetics to the Storm Twins. That is understandable. If you have something you really like and just stick with it, peak. I guess I could show another doll that's sitting on my desk right now, who I feel like kind of goes with my same aesthetic of having the cloud themes. Berry, and I like pastel colors a lot, especially pinks and purples, but I also have a doll that I have pastel with green. Ignore the lizard button. I was trying to move it out of the way. So this is kind of my prized possession here. And excuse the fact that her hair is probably going to be a little bit messed up from me moving her. Oh, hello, Octavio. You don't need to be here at the moment. Move over here. Let me fix her hair real quick before I show her. Their hair do get messed up a bit when I have to pull them out of their spots because I have so much stuff in these spots. So this This is my prized possession doll. This is... Alright, hang on. You got a sneak peek, but I realized I should move these so that you can see her better. Ace, go sit down there. You can also sit down there. Oh, you left your purse behind. Alright. This is my prized possession doll that I will show before I get off. This is Brianna Dulce, aka one of the most expensive aftermarket Rainbow High dolls anyone could have. She goes for about $200 on eBay. I don't know why she's so expensive after the fact, but she existed before I started collecting Rainbow High, so I missed my chance to get her in the store. And she was my just absolute holy grail doll for the longest time. Until I found her at a thrift store. Her hair was a disaster. It was so tangled and matted. It took me 4 hours to untangle and fix her hair to get it the way it is now. It is now how it was in box with its curls the way it's supposed to be. Her outfit is still disgusting. I spent most of the time fixing her hair, but I had this outfit that I got off of AliExpress for one of my other dolls, but when I saw her next to it, I went, wait, this outfit has to go on her. And I think it was the perfect choice. She is the perfect, most beautiful little bubblegum witch I have ever seen. Like, her hat has the little stars under it and it's pointy. You can see this crystal on the side here that I have her hold on her display because it matches. She is gorgeous. She is so pretty. She sits on my desk just off screen there. And I love her so much. She's so beautiful. You love goth dolls in general? That's fair. There needs to be more goth dolls in the world. I don't think there's enough of them. There's plenty of pastel princesses for girlies like me. There's not enough goth dolls out there for the goth girls. They should make more of them. Yeah, no problem. This has been a good stream. I will be excited for when you join the Discord. That'll be fun. She's so pretty. I love her so much. Her hat doesn't stay on when she's laying down, but it does stay on when she's standing up. Yes, Arashi, I am still holding on to a Rainbow High doll for you. I have one for you and one for Clipsy. I need to actually send those out. I need to make sure your addresses are still the same and send those out. I have a box to send them in. I finally acquired a box. I just, you know, I have ADHD and autism. I've been bad at remembering time exists. So, I need you to yell at me and remind me to actually do that on one of the days I'm not actively streaming and be like, hey, pack up the dolls. Send them out. Do I know when the next stream is? That is a great question. I wrote them on my calendar that's in the living room. But that's in the living room. When did I say the next one was going to be? I have at least 3 for next week. I just don't remember when I said they were going to be. I know one of them is Thursday. And then one of them is Sunday. Did I say I was doing one tomorrow or not? I don't think I did. If I did, the tomorrow one's a late night one. I don't think I did. I know, it's Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. That's what I did. Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I remember now. My brain has all my work schedule right up in here. I had to remember. Yes, so Thursday will be the next one. Unless I decide to do something random one night, but I wish I could stream more. Work just makes it really hard to. On nights where I have to be at work late, it's hard to do it, or I'm gonna be doing it at like a really weird time when it's that late. But yes, I'm doing Thursday during the day, I think at the same time, to do Pokemon so that I can get Furret, because he can only be during the day. So if you got a list of other daytime only Soul Silver Pokemon in the first couple of towns, tell me where to go to get them, because that's gonna be the big thing Thursday, is getting those daytime only Pokemon. And then yeah, and then Friday and Sunday are the other two, and I know one of them is gonna be Fields of Mystria, because I'm still working on that. I think the other one is gonna be Disney Dreamlight Valley, because D23 happened this weekend, and they have announced a lot of stuff, and my friend told me the current Star Path is one I might actually want to do, so I need to look into that. Yeah, so I think Pokemon, Fields of Mystria, and Dreamlight Valley are what's on the schedule for next week. I have another collab with some friends coming up decently soon when we're doing Big Walk. I think that's the week after. I've got a lot planned, but I will post the schedules on as YouTube posts and as Discord posts and as Twitter posts. So anyone who follows me in any of those places will be able to see and know about it. And there will be more doll streams in the future. Maybe like the last week of August we'll do the working on my custom, because I want to do the clay for that. She really does look so pretty in these pastel colors. It's so good. This was one of my proudest restyles. I really love how she turned out. She normally, I know the angle is not going to work well, but she normally sits up like this, and then the hat stays on, and she holds the little crystal as she sits over there. You won't be able to join any or go on Discord because you have to go to your dad's. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. But yes, you are always welcome whenever you can be here. Wednesday onwards, you'll be gone for a few months other than a couple of days in between. I understand, and it's okay. You'll always be welcome whenever you return. We will always be here. I'm not going anywhere. The community's not going anywhere. And it's okay even if you only are able to pop in like a few days, like you said, that's okay. We look forward to seeing you around. You have been very pleasant to chat with, and I appreciate your help last night on Pokemon. That was also very helpful. And also thank you, Veronica, for joining. I don't think you have been here before either. We appreciate our new chatters here. I liked hearing about all of your doll collections and Genshin stuff. And I'll have to check out your doll stuff after this. And I hope you enjoy hanging out in the server and we can talk more about dolls in the doll channel. Hopefully everything worked okay with you getting in there. I'll check that as soon as I hop off here. And yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm gonna wrap up now so that I can go make dinner and have dinner. But I'll be posting the schedule tonight for next week, and I'll definitely be around on the Discord and everywhere else. I exist online always. You can always yell at me and I am here. Well, yell nicely. Yell nice things. Don't yell mean things. Alrighty. And with that, it is time to end the way that we always end, which is a little harder to do when I'm facing the other direction at my desk, but we got this. It is time to say goodbye. Okay, bye!